I tell them you can't get like me, oh man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. Bang, bang, don't try me, that fire always be by me. You can't get like me, oh man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. I'm gassed up, ignite me, my cash up, too lit, I be up. I'm a type of nigga that says shit straight. I never did hate, that's a bitch nigga trait. By any means, baby, I'ma get to the cake. I been a real nigga, so it ain't for debate. Beefing with me, get you hit with a stake. She left you for me, saying you the mistake. I can't be replaced. No. Saving what hoes? Do you see me with a cape? I hustle from sun up to sundown. If a hater run up, he get walked down. We be up in that stick on who talk down. Reaching for my shit, 5-5. I be putting in work, I don't clock out. Talking dirty, you niggas get mouthed out. Shout it like how I kick it like Kung Lao. Cause these niggas be chicken, compound. I ain't wanna do it, but have to. I'm the shit like I live in the bathroom. Pull up, eat it, and dip, she fast food. Girl, let me show you what this cash do. I'm going nuts like the cashews. My name in they mouth with a bad move. Not a brokey, I go with a cash move. I'ma set this shit off if I have to. Hey. Niggas ain't built like me, bionicles, but you self-made. It's ironic though, you original, but you be copying. I'm by my coins, I got that sonic flow. Bruce Lee, Roy, bitch, I got the glow. Probably run a ticket up at Papa Do's. Call me Young Atomic, cause I'm about to blow, nigga. Pause, no homo, no homo. You can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. Bang, bang, don't try me that fire.
Welcome to another episode of MZ Talks Boxing, where I am your host, MZ. Y'all know we talk about it. MZ Talks, Musically Zone Talks Boxing comes to you by the Block Fam, Track Titans, and HW Weeks handcrafted candles. Their motto is relax and enjoy. Well, I know people are excited because you can tell the channels have started popping off. People are talking about what's going on with the fights that's coming up. February, you got Morrell and Benavidez, as well as Clarissa the Guo Shields going up against what I consider a massive, massive opponent. I mean, Danielle Perkins, when you just think about it, you look at it on paper, this lady is huge. She's 200 pounds at least. She's 6 foot. She got a 6 foot wingspan. She likes to fight. It seems like she likes to. The physicality of it. She likes to get punched as well as she likes to go in and let her hands go on these ladies. We want to talk about that. Tank is training and back. He shut down the rumors about him being with Calvin Ford anymore, which people had made many videos on it. Got their channel kind of popping off of the fact that they had made a rumor that Tank had got rid of Calvin Ford. Well, Tank came out and put that to bed. I guess you guys had forgot that Tank had got Calvin Ford tattooed on his body in a small mural in appreciations and thanks and to show love or whatever, how you know it was meant for. Made you think that he was gonna fire this man. Shakur Stevenson was at the Ring Magazine Award show, as well as Crawford and a host of many others. Some people said some things. Some people, just let things ride by. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia crossed paths. It was quiet, but they crossed paths. And then next thing you know, you start hearing rumors about Devin dropped a lawsuit. Ryan is going to enroll in 24-hour, 7-day-a-week testing for VADA. I don't know how true that is, but I'm just saying, one move happens and the next thing you know, people just start saying stuff. But we want to touch on those things and a couple other things that's going around in boxing and others. But seeing that the fights are like right up on us, the microphones have gotten heated up, the cameras are back ablaze and rolling, and people are getting content and putting content out. With that being said, we're going to do like we always do. I'm going to get things going, get myself set up a little bit. I got started off a little late. I was having some technical difficulties. We are moving up the time for the show slightly each week because we want to get it on. A lot of our subs are in time zones that don't allow them to get a chance to kick it with us regularly. So we're trying to set it up where people can get a chance to come and commune with us and chill and get their conversation in, sit back and relax and just have fun talking boxing. San Antonio, just to let those know, in Texas and San Antonio, if you're somewhere close to San Antonio, you guys are looking for at least an inch of snow coming up Tuesday. This weather has been crazy. Prayers go out for all of the people that's in California that are going through the wildfires, that are losing their homes, property, and things like that. And it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. When it comes down to it, and problems happen and natural disasters, they're not racist. Natural disasters aren't racist. They don't care what color you are. They don't care how old you are. They hit us all the same way. And when people lose homes and things of that nature, and I know some people are going to say, well, they got insurance, they got money, this and that. What about the people that are already homeless? And I understand all of that. But this ain't about that. This is about people right now in these raging fires that are going on, that people have to get out the way of, that they don't have, it seems like, the water supply to fight these fires. They just not set for them. And it is what it is. My heart goes out to those. And I'm hoping that people find solace and help as they go through what they're going through. With that being said, we're going to put something on the turntable for a second. And we're going to get things going. You know what I'm saying? So let's sit back, have some fun. And once again, welcome to MZ Talks Boxing.
Shorty a flame, but she handle it. Cutie and slim with a lot of thick. Soft to the touch, but she hard as shit. She got an 9 milli with custom grip. Hollow tip ammo, extended clip. Needless to say, she don't play no games. Keep her head on the swivel so she don't slip. She smoking Cubana with Colombiana with similar traits but different personas. Lil' mama don't mess with no drama, she snipe. These niggas that play, they get slay, call her karma, killer, assassin, and passing is realer than those who don't feel it. That's why she much iller. She in a lifestyle, so out with the play, she don't fuck with vanilla. Ice cream, nigga, ice cream. When she use vice grips in the icing. Clutch, mistress on the night scene. Everything that she do is enticing. She control the bag by any means. That's a lot of inches to the bag full of weed. Rose petals on the floor, table full of weed. Why them ghetto bitches put their hands on their knees? She a boss. Sexy ass smile, but her aura strong. For her theme music, you hear this song. Anything different, you hear it wrong. Red bottoms are savage by Fenty on. Waist hanging jeans and a peaking thong. Coming down the block just jingling like it's Friday and she Miss Nia Long. She got her money, don't mess with the funny. The broker, the bummy. These niggas that claim that they eat, but they hungry. Accounts are sufficient. They fishing for honey while holding they tummy. She got goals to accomplish. Bonnie without Clyde, no accomplice. Miss Independent on the conquest. Guilty as charged, no contest.
All right, we are back once again. MZ Talks Boxing. So now that things are rolling, and the Ring Magazine Awards have kicked off, which got everybody crunk and ready to start talking boxing again because the fights are up on us and people are excited. I'm excited. You know, we got Bivol and Better Be Ever around the corner. I'm listening to Bivol talk about how he's ready to come and correct the wrong. You know, he gonna try not to get off the gas like he did in the first fight. Keep his foot on the gas pedal and bring enough aggression to be able to handle his business. We got Gil Coles in the house, hollering at us from down in Florida. What's going on, Gil Coles? He say, salute, OG. I'm saying salute right back at you. I'm glad to see you in here. The new year has started. I hope that new job is doing you well and everything is going grand for you, my brother. You know, Gil Coles locked down that new job right at the end of last year. And the whole family's happy for him, excited and hoping new things prosper for him in his way. But anyway, another thing that I want to bring out, you know, Deion Sanders, there's a rumor, reports, however you want to put it, Deion Sanders is being approached by the Dallas Cowboys. Now, get this, they're approaching him for a coaching job. And you guys know I'm not really deep into football, but from what I'm understanding, it's a head coaching job, and I think that'll be real big because this will add a little more color to the coaching scene, even though there is color in there with Mike Tomlin and others like that. But to give Deion Sanders a chance, if he can do what he did in Colorado and what he did with the other school prior, man, if he can bring that magic to the Dallas Cowboys. I stay in San Antonio, and there are a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans here, so I can already tell you, if he can get that going off great, it will be a spectacular sight. Can you believe the press and everything that would be behind that? And especially if he ended up taking his son, Brother Gil Coles say, "Go, everything's going great. Hope all is well with you and the fam." Everything is going great with me and the family, man. And I appreciate the question and the concern. So yeah, everything's going great with us, man. Appreciate you asking. But what's your thoughts? You know, just to bring it up, see what you're thinking about it. What's your thoughts about Deion Sanders? If it's any way possible for the Cowboys to make it, because I'm hearing some people say, "Oh, the Cowboys are going to be able to do that. They got Dak, and they got all these other people." If you haven't learned anything about sports, business, anything can happen at any time with any kind of move. Ernest Davis, a.k.a. Big E, a.k.a. Manny Draperlin, a.k.a. Maestro, a.k.a. You heard what I'm saying? Texas Timbo. Man, that's my favorite producer of all times. I'm going to go ahead and put y'all in why I have to say that every time my bro come on here. Because one day he got tired of people messing over us, me and the guys that did music, going to studios, people making beats and not laying them down right and not mixing them right. You know, just some bum stuff. Big bro said one day, "Man, I'm gonna get a keyboard because I'm tired of people messing over you, man. And I'm gonna start making beats." And lo and behold, you know, my mind is fuzzy. I want to say it was tax time or Christmas time. It was close to that. But he brought himself a keyboard, learned how to play it, learned it, started producing tracks, and he produced most of the tracks on my very first album. That's why he get love like that. So now y'all know that's what it is. But anyway, I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think that's going to be a good deal? Deion Sanders going to the Cowboys, leaving college and going to the program? I would think that every coach that coached in college, that would be a dream. And if you played in the NFL and you got any aspirations to be a coach, I would think that would be a dream too. So let me know what y'all think about that going on with Deion Sanders. The Better Biv and Arthur Better Biv and Demetria Bivol fight, like I said, that one's coming up down the road in a couple of months. You got Better Biv. The rumors is getting real heavy. The waters are starting to get choppy. The little dinghy on the side of the boat is really rocking. But if there is a possibility, if they get it pulled off, this Canelo Crawford rumor that's going on, because I haven't heard anything else about the fight that I spoke about that Canelo's team supposedly reached out to the other guy that they might be trying to do undisputed. I don't know if that is going to keep going because I haven't heard anything else about it. The thing that has been dominating the news cycle for me right now is Canelo Crawford. I want to get your thoughts on if you think that's going to be a good fight, a good layup, a good matchup or whatever. Hit me and let me know. Dion wants to be a Raider, bro, more than a Cowboy, but money talks. So we'll see. Okay, bro, I appreciate that. He said Deion Sanders would rather be the coach of the Raiders than the coach of the Cowboys. And I can see how that can be appeasing. They got that brand new stadium in Vegas. The weather's great there. They're not where the fires are, Lord, like I spoke earlier, help those people. But yeah, I can see how going to the Raiders could be a good move. But I would think that going to the Cowboys first, go get your feet wet. You know what I'm saying? You did win the Super Bowl with these people, so go ahead and go start there. I think they're welcoming with open arms. I think he'll be welcomed with open arms at any team he goes to. But I really think the Cowboys, I think Texas, the state of Texas and Dallas, the city of Dallas or Arlington, whichever city that the Cowboys are really seated in, they're gonna collect him with open arms. So I think it's a good thing, straight up and down, for Coach Prime to do his thing. And who knows? They might get a package deal. They might get the son with Coach Prime. So who knows? We just have to wait and see and see how it goes down. But I appreciate that, bro, for you giving me some word on that. But with the Bivol and Beterbiev fight, what I think Bivol is going to have to do throughout the whole fight, he's going to have to end the fight like he starts the fight. We know he has the stamina to do it. Even though I say he got off the gas pedal in the first fight, which allowed Arthur to look good and keep applying the straightforward pressure. That's something that he's going to have to knock Arthur off of. Bivol is going to have to knock Arthur off of the fact that he's going to keep coming forward and trying to apply pressure. And like they say, Arthur it doesn't matter where he's hitting you at, as long as he's hitting you. To the judges, that could look like positive pressure and you wilting up under it when you're putting your hands up and stepping back. That might be how the judges read it. He also said that he wasn't, this is Bivol I'm talking about. He said that he wasn't really dismayed about the loss, which I find that hard to understand. But he did say he had more of a problem with what one of the judges' scorecard was. He was like that judge was just tripping. In so many words, that's not what he said, but that's what he was pretty much getting at. He made a complaint about the judge's scorecard. I don't know which judge, because who cares? The fight's open. We got the next one up here already, and Bivol is gonna go out there and try to correct the ship. Now I know a lot of people. I don't know how a lot of people are going. I think most of them are going with Beterbiev again, because it's gonna be stuck in their head that that's what they should do, because he won. I went with Bivol at this fight, and I'm gonna be stupid and say, I'm gonna go with Bivol and say I think he might have corrected what he needed to correct. The only person that has to correct something in the fight, like I said against Fury and Usyk, the only person that really has to correct anything is the person that lost. Seeing that Bivol is the one that lost, he can look at what it was that he had success with, and he can look at the things that he didn't have success with. I'm sure Arthur will be looking at the same thing, but seeing that he won, it's less things to look at of not succeeding. But seeing that they're both the kind of athletes that stay in the gym, always trying to get better, I expect pretty much the same kind of fight. I don't think nobody's going to get knocked out. I just expect Bivol to stay on the gas and push a little more at the times that he kind of lulled in the fight and laid back. I don't think he'll be doing that in this fight. Another thing that popped up, seeing that the Ring magazine is giving the awards, and everybody went to to England. I think that's where they had it at. I don't know if they had it in Saudi. But you know, this Riyadh season is up on us. February is going to be pretty much the kickoff. Benavidez, Morrell on the first with their undercard. And then you got Clarissa Shields and Danielle Perkins on the second in Flint. You know, the Fire is returning back to the house. Clarissa Shields' movie is out. There's a lot going on. And I'm excited. And we're going to talk about that as well. But we got somebody saying something. We got Hyphy in the building. Hyphy is my guy. Hyphy, we got to get you back up in here. I got to reset the thing because every month it kind of go off. But, you know, we'll fix that. Topic number 1. Oh, yeah. This just in. We're going Tyson Fury officially announces his retirement from boxing. Now, I want to get you guys take on that simple fact. That's one of the heavy hitters in the heavyweight division. Regardless if you like him or you dislike him, his antics that you might like or whatever, regardless of that, as far as the heavyweight division goes, Tyson Fury was one of the major players. You know, he was still holding his grasp of being one of the top guys. And with him retiring, it's going to kind of change the landscape in the heavyweight division. And I want to know who you guys think might step up and try to hold it down. I'm going to take a step back because we're going to do this. I'm going to chill with it tonight, fellas, ladies. We're going to go ahead and have some fun. It's going to actually rain and snow in San Antonio. With that being said, give me a second. I'm going to hit you with High Noon. I know it's been a long time, but we're going to go ahead and drop High Noon on you. And I'll be right back. Y'all hold it down for me. I pressed the wrong button. That's not High Noon. That's nowadays. So we'll go ahead and let that roll. I'll be right back.
People talk that talk, but if you want to make a difference, better walk that walk. Now I'm left, walk it, right, walk it, 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 left. We got together the voters and people to remove a tyrant. A peaceful process which was equal, that resulted in violence. No longer in silence, we the people formed a unity and made it to the polls to fight for our communities. Soon to see an insurrection on the Capitol by hate groups and races scared of what unified black would do. They plan to kidnap a few to overturn the election. Cause the guy they put their faith in wasn't the selection. A pure reflection of how racist our country truly is. To have a sitting president causes unruliness. QAnon enthusiasts deeply rooted in government. Pawns of a Trump in case of a problem, they can cover it. Another hit to this thing we call democracy goes a mail in ballots to suppress votes, hypocrisy. It's a lot you see. Hope you listen and learn. Stay united, fighting and deny Trump a second term, or we gon' burn. Nowadays, people talk that talk, but if you wanna make a difference, better walk that walk. Now I'm left, walk it right, walk it 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 left. Nowadays, people talk that talk, but if you wanna make a difference, better walk that walk. Now I'm left, walk it right, walk it left, walk it right, walk it left, walk it right, walk it left, walk it right.
For years living on this planet, we've been underhanded by a system that's so satanic that would rather see you homeless or become an addict in the state of fear. Believe in God, please don't panic. Rhythm Nation, word to Janet. Worldwide homicide, famines, pestilence, and plagues, wars among nations. Yeah, the last days, each meal's not guaranteed. So say your grace, this goes out to those who stare adversity in its face. Sign of the times in the hands of time synchronization. Watch this, yep, it's relevant. God lives within you, don't run to these hypocrites in the pulpits full of bullshit. That baby just got hit by a fool who had a full clip. Family couldn't afford the funeral cost, and pastor so-and-so ain't do shit. And if you a leader, I hope this all makes sense. But enough for that, who got some weed to spark? Now, go Gonna bring the chorus now. Let's march and let's walk and let's march.
Nowadays, people talk that talk.
But if you
wanna make a difference, better walk that walk. Now left, walk it right, walk it 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 left. Nowadays, people talk that talk. But if you wanna make a difference, better walk that walk. Now left, walk it right, walk it 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 left.
Nowadays we need to walk that walk and not be a statistic and avoid that chalk. Nowadays we need to walk that walk and not be a statistic and avoid that chalk. We need to do what we say, but what we really need to do is get on our knees and pray and ask for forgiveness. That's really all you gotta do. Can I get a witness and put a smile on your face? With God on your side, all the frowns are erased. Pick up a hobby or something instead of walking around tripping, bitching, whining, and bumping. Yeah, that's my word, that's all I hear. No weapon formed is how I live. That's why I have no fear. Nowadays we need to walk that walk and not be a statistic and avoid that chalk.
Nowadays, people talk that talk. But if you wanna make a difference, better walk that walk. Now left, walk it right, walk it 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 left. Nowadays, people talk that talk. But if you wanna make a difference, better walk that walk. Now left, walk it right, walk it 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 left.
Nowadays, niggas talk that talk, but when it comes down to it, they don't walk that walk. Always screaming at the gangsters till their lights cut short. Now your baby mama selling ass like it's a sport. And your kids growing up without a dad. And I don't have to tell you, you know life's gon' treat them bad. And I can see that look up on your face, but here's the facts. The baby's chasing bags while she's lying on her back. She's fighting off them spirits, yeah, she's holding them at bay. And all I hear her say is, for my daddy I pray. She needs you. So why don't you go ahead and break that chain and free your mind. And that way you can reclaim your power. That way you can lead this life, start that life, and lead your family straight to power. But nowadays, niggas talk that. And we are back. 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 Let's see what's going on since I've been gone. Oh, we got D-Lo 404 boxing and slid into the house. He says, salute. Salute right back at you. Glad to see you being able to make it through. And we're going to go ahead and get back into the situation. And the situation was first topic of the night. Other than what's going on, you know, the ESP, I mean, not the ESPN Awards, the Ring Magazine Awards. Here's one of the first topics that came through, and that is Fury officially announces his retirement from boxing. And I do say, will say, and shall say, Fury is one of the big players in the heavyweight division. It's going to leave a hole because, you know, regardless of how you feel about Fury, Fury is one of those colorful characters. He did bring energy to the heavyweight division. He was charismatic as far as being a good-ish talker. He had his downside, you know what I'm saying? With some situations he came up with against the Bronze Bomber that a lot of fans weren't too privy or cared about. And so this gives a chance to people like Daniel Dubois, maybe Big Baby Anderson can get himself back together. If there are Jaguars out there floating around as a name that can finally fall in, you know, the guys are getting older. Not to exclude Anthony Joshua, but I don't really know what he's going to be doing right now. And as far as the Bronze Bomber, well, you know, I was one of the people who said that I thought he should retire, but comes to me that he won't be retiring and he's still going to be pushing forward. Don't know what's going through some of these guys' minds and if they feel like they can get back to the top, but we'll have to see. Hypey brings up the situation. He says, since Fury retired, now AJ is forced to fight Usyk. He can't duck Usyk anymore. With that being said, I'll have to say, with Fury being retired, you're right. Usyk can't. AJ can't fight Fury because Fury has been taken off the table. But let's not forget, a lot of times these guys say they retire, and you never know. You look up, and somebody might offer a bag. I don't know who's willing to offer a bag for AJ Fury unless it's just a home thing. And I don't think Turkey Al-Sheikh. I'm just thinking and spitballing here, but I don't think he's going to want to spend money to put on a domestic fight for the Europeans with Fury and AJ. I don't see that. So who does AJ have left to fight? Is AJ really still in the hunt for a belt? Is that really what he truly wants? Is because if that's the case, then yeah, I can see him having to face Usyk, because Usyk is now without anybody to fight that I could think of. There was no need for a trilogy, which I thought they probably thought they were going to pull off. A lot of the big wigs thought they were going to pull off a trilogy, and Usyk shut that down totally, in my opinion. So right now, Usyk is sitting at the top of the heavyweight division. That's one belt, and that's because it was stripped from him, which is in the hands of Daniel Dubois. And bringing up Daniel Dubois, during the press conference, Joseph Parker, let's go and put it out there. Joseph Parker put the question out, really, what was going through Daniel Dubois' mind when he decided to jump in the ring and call out Usyk, talking about he wanted his revenge. Y'all remember when that took place? Joseph Parker asked the same question that I just stated, that we said last week, that we said on the show in our way of thinking. Why would he get out there? A lot of you guys out there said, why did they let this guy, who put the key in his back? Napoleon Armstrong just fell into the building. What's going on, Napoleon? Glad to see you can make it through. We're just going to be chilling tonight, just spitballing and rolling through the night. But as I was saying, back to it, Joseph Parker wanted to know what was going through Daniel Dubois' mind. How dare you, pretty much, jump your ass in the ring, call out a man who just got through whooping the big snowman, then you talk about you want your revenge. As if you just forgot you got to fight with me. He ain't say all that, but his face told me that. You know what I'm saying? He say, "Oh, gee, what it do? It's all going good, play. It's all going good." Seeing that, Joseph Parker, in my opinion, probably took it as a slight. How dare you overlook me? That's how you doing? At the bar, I got to give it to him. He came back with a witty enough answer, because, a lot of people try to say they think he's slow, but he came back and said, "I'm just making noise. So I'm just making some noise in the game. That's what we do. We make a little noise so people know." And then he goes on and say, after I put this beat down on Joseph Parker, then I'm going over here and handle Usyk. Now I'm telling you, anytime you looking at a dude in another ring talking about fighting him some months down the line, and it's a dude standing in front of you, and you talking about after you put your paws on him, beat him down, and do whatever it is you're going to do to him, then you're going to go take care of that guy? That's some big words, man. That's some big words. Joseph Brown, Judge Joe Brown, the Honorable. You know how they like to say, all rise. What's going on, man? You just slid into the building. Glad to see you. Everybody's speaking to everybody. I'm glad everybody getting along just fine. Seeing that Daniel Dynamite, gotta put that in there, Triple D, you know what I'm saying? Because they calling him Triple D like Triple G, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. He talking that talk. He got some air in his chest. He puffed out a little bit. He letting the boxing heavyweights know that I'm here. Y'all might have thought y'all was overlooking me. Yeah, I took a loss. I got punched in the eye. My eye socket got puffy a little bit. I couldn't continue. People made fun of me because I couldn't get out the way of the jab. I just kept getting, all that's behind us now. Y'all saw me punch Usyk in the midsection, make Usyk fold up, fall down on the ground. They gave him a lot of 5 minutes, said it was a low blow, right on the borderline or whatever. All that happened. Y'all made fun of old Dubois. But Dubois saying right now, he planting his feet firmly. He telling Joseph Parker, really, man, anybody worried about what you talking about, what you doing? I'll put hands on you. Then I'm going to get the rest of those belts from Usyk. That's what I got out of what he was saying. Even though he didn't say all that, I'm just telling y'all, I'm filling it in. I'm filling in the blanks for you. That's what I think he said. So with Tyson Fury retiring, AJ, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nobody's really looking for AJ to be doing anything, so I'm not gonna really bother AJ. I'm gonna let him sit over wherever he is sitting and work on his work or whatever it is he needs to do and try to come back. Don't know what to say about Deontay Wilder or his trainer Malik Scott. I couldn't remember that dude's name last week for anything. But when I was ranting on saying that I was giving him as much time as I could, and it doesn't seem like he's improved the champ any, I guess I can go ahead with like the rest of everybody else and say, maybe Mr. Lee Scott not the guy. But it's too late to be changing all these guys. So Deontay Wilder is who Deontay Wilder is. Y'all put in the chat, what fight, honestly, what fight would you want to see Bomb Squad in? And I'm no way dissing Wilder or talking down on it because y'all know I'm a fan. But on the cool right now, in the midst of his last 5 fights, he got 2 wins. Do he? Or is it one? Is he 1-4? I think it's 1-4. So with that being said, if Fury, Joseph Parker, Zilly Zane, okay, it's 1-3, 1-2. No Fury, Parker. No, that's 1-3 because he beat Helenius. So that's 1-3. So yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good at all. We supposed to be coming up. Bomb Squad was supposed to turn into something. Let's go ahead and get it out the way. You got a statue in Alabama of you, unheard of. But you got a statue after you. You held the belt for 10 consecutive defenses at heavyweight WBC. That's something that Ali did. The people made a lot of noise for that. You was champ for 5 years, and nobody really expected you to do any of that. So with that being said, chugging right along. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I do need to know, has anybody went to see the movie The Fire Within, Clarissa Shields biopic? If you have, just say yeah. If you haven't, say nah, I haven't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me see. Hyphy got me a question coming on. Say when Beyonce said he would drop 50 on KG. On KG's best night. Y'all scared to go up against my fighter? Wembley. Wait a minute, Wembley fighting now? You mean your player. Anyway, right, rolling through the boxing things. I see everybody still speaking to everybody. I don't want to miss any questions or statements. Bill Haney says he wants to see his son fight Jerron. As in Jerron Boots Enos. My thoughts on that. And those of you in the chat, feel free to comment as well. My thoughts on that is, honestly, it's just blowing smoke. It's just blowing smoke. First of all, Boots only fights should entail at this stage and point at 147. His fight should only be against other champions to unite. Remember, he said he wanted to be a united champion, then an undisputed champion. And in order to do that, you need to be lining up the champions at that division. And Devin Haney is not a champion in the division. So my thoughts is that's just smoke, cap, a way to get attention because the last couple of weeks, we all know boxing has been a little slow. There hasn't been any fires to put out, no yummy rumors to ride on and ingest. So right now, man, that's computer show is racing. What's that about? So with that being said, at this point, I think Bill just making noise to keep his son and himself relevant because, press is press, and as long as press is popping, and your name is popping, and that's what you want, right? Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, y'all tell me I'm wrong. But I think I'm right. I think I'm close to being, right across right now. No disrespect. I'm gonna just say Bill is doing his job as an attention whore. An attention whore needs to be out there saying things, doing things to get the attention. And at this moment right now, he's doing a grand job. keeping his son's name floating around. That's why it's a topic right here for us tonight on part 2. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I don't really think that's a fight to even consider. But if you had to see it, Ryan and Devin part 2, now that's a fight that seems to be one that can be had, that can be made. You know, it's not like Ryan has an opponent. It's not like Devin has an opponent. Even though he says he has an opponent, he hasn't announced the opponent that he's supposed to be at. He also supposed to be fighting on BLK Prime, which they still haven't told us who is the person that he's supposed to be fighting. And just to throw that in there, Joseph Brown says Bill will say anything to keep Devin's name all boxing talk circles. Exactly. That's, you know, he's doing his job and he's doing it well by being an attention whore. His son's name took a hit because he took a beat down in the fight against Ryan. Then it took another hit, even though Devin stood and stayed quiet pretty much. The next hit, why is my computer running like that? Making that noise. The next thing you know, he takes a hit because he sues. He sued, and a lot of boxing fans thought that was weak. A lot of professionals thought it was weak. But the man got that loss turned into a no contest. I feel like it was, you know, when it comes down to your record and everything, yeah, I know people gonna look at it a certain way. But it was straight genius as far as what his daddy did. His daddy went on and made it happen. They sued and got it turned into a no contest, so he didn't get a loss. Now, people are upset, you know, because they saying it's just weak for you to take a fighter to court when y'all know y'all supposed to fight. Forget the fact that he had a little ostrine in the system. I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I don't know if how much he had and he made him better or not. I don't know how it works. So I won't give any kind of opinion on that. I'll just say it is what it is. That's the fight that needs to take place. We don't need to be hearing about him fighting Boots. We need to be hearing him fight against Ryan, but not right away. Devin needs to go ahead and pull out whoever it is he's supposed to be fighting at BLK Prime. He needs to go ahead and unveil that name. Let people go ahead and digest that. Go out there, put hands on that man, so people can say, okay, Devin looked like he might be back. See, get him on Ryan. That's all I can say. He said, you wasn't saying that when you emailed Bill begging for an interview. I wouldn't beg nobody for an interview. I wouldn't beg Nan son of a gun. Not Michael Jackson, not Quincy Jones, not Prince, if any of them was still alive. Not Albert King, my step-pops who played the guitar, sang the blues, if he was still alive. I ain't reaching out to nobody like that. That man made a reach out. I put out, hey, if you looking to do an interview, come on over to MZ Talks Boxing. Questions will be hard. We're going to be respectful and let it go with that. But I wouldn't beg nobody and haven't begged nobody for no interview. Never will I do that. This ain't no temptation for I ain't too proud to beg. No, baby, that ain't me. Anyway, as things keep rolling on. People saying the Tank is upset because, wait. Forget Bill, we're going to get Brian Norman Sr. His son will knock out Bosey's son. Brian Norman, you know what? We got on Brian Norman and his son because we said that they messed up the bag when they had the chance to fight Boots. Then we turned around and we got on Boots because we found out about him turning out a fight with Virgil Ortiz because he didn't know that somebody was negotiating in his favor. Which the question was still rose, do you want to fight to do it or not? Apparently, that would be a good setup. That would be a nice fight. Boots and Brian Norman Sr. That would be, Brian Norman Jr. That would be a good setup, seeing that they already got a backstory to it already. They had a backstory to it already. I say they should bring it together. It's amazing how there was more outrage at the lawsuit than the reason for the lawsuit. I'm just saying. I didn't have a horse. I didn't have a horse in the race, but right is right and wrong is wrong. That's how I grew, when I grew up. You know what Napoleon Armstrong? That's a good point there. People were more upset about the lawsuit than what the lawsuit was for. But if you notice, a lot of people found out what the lawsuit was for, and they pretty much glazed over the situation that the man popped dirty. They were quick to say, you know what? It was only a minute amount, traces. Wouldn't help him. Wouldn't do anything for him. None of them are doctors. None of them are scientists, but they'll argue you down. Oh, it wouldn't do nothing for you. And they'll swear that they know how this stuff's supposed to work in your body and everything like that. Forget the fact that it's in his body and it's not naturally produced. And the only way to get it into your body is to actually have it placed into your body. This isn't something that your body produces. This is a foreign thing being put into your body. And nobody was upset about that. You're right. That is weak. But the mindset of people these days in this situation and this group, I can't think of the name, this generation, this generation of people and the way times are moving, a lot is accepted now. Liars are held up in high regards. That being said, I feel you 100%. He said, yeah, Norman Sr. is fighting Greg Hackett out of the Ennis gym. The dad fighting somebody? I didn't know that. Unless D-Lo being funny. But he say salute. But anyway, that's how I feel about that. If anybody if there's gonna be a fight, get Brian Norman and Boots. Revisit that negotiation and see what you get out of it. Because right now, we haven't heard anything about Boots having any prospects to fight. So does they have a fight already? Does the Normans have a fight already? If they do, then Boots is just in the waiting process too. Okay, so they fighting on BOK Prime too. Okay, that fight real. Okay. Wow. I guess everybody getting in where they fit in. If it's $1 to be made and you get a chance to get it, go on and get it then. Jake Paul and KSI opened up a lane for you, not your everyday Joes, but your Joes that kind of behind the scenes on stuff, and some of your everyday Joes to get out there and get this shine on. Go on out there and throw some punches. What I want to know is who y'all riding with, Greg Hackett or Brian Singh. Jerron still has Virgil Ortiz problems. No, he actually don't, because isn't Virgil getting ready to fight Madrimov? And Madrimov is going to actually bring it to Ortiz, I think. I think this is a chance for Ortiz to really show if he got it. And this is our chance to see the Madrimov after facing Terence Crawford, possibly about pound for pound best fighter in the world. Possibly. You can't expect Madrimov to look all that grand and great against the pound for pound. But what people did do is say how bad Bud looked against Madrimov, which I guess you could say, Madrimov had something to do with that. But Virgil Ortiz is going to have to deal with that. Boots is still sitting around waiting to find out who it is he's going to fight or make up his mind who it is he's going to fight. Just like, let me go ahead and put it again, just like, who was I about to say was looking for a fight? Who's looking for a fight? Who's looking for a fight? Who's looking for a fight? T.O.'s looking for a fight, which T.O. is running around like somebody pulled his little ponytail or something, and he mad at the world. Because Bob Arum, I actually heard old Bob talking about T.O. turned down a bunch of fighters. But he's still trying to make it seem like people running from him. I just want to see the dude get punched in his face and beat up. That's all. And man, so they beefing hard. I missed all of that, bro. If they going at it like that, and they put a fight together, that's crazy. I laughed at it when they were talking about Bo Mack and Coach James. I didn't think nobody would ever push it that far, but the Pops didn't actually push it that far. When they supposed to fight? I know we're gonna have to peep that out. We're gonna have to peep that out. So maybe they're gonna be fighting on Devin's undercard on BLK Prime. Because you know Devin's supposed to be fighting on BLK Prime too. Last time we heard him talking. But people are saying that Devin went to England to show up for the Ring Magazine Awards and to do an open workout in hopes of sitting down talking to Turkey to get a fight. What's wrong with that? If he can get Turkey to help get him an opponent that get him an opponent in the ring, because I don't know if people are going to be satisfied with anybody but Ryan Garcia. I think that's the only fight that people are going to be I think that's the only person that people are going to be satisfied by. I'm laughing because I'm looking at this thing. He say, the way Norman Senior Chin set up, I got Hackett. Wow. Greg Hackett with the overhand right from Gia Coles. Yeah, so Lomachenko was recently granted an extension by the IBF. He's considering making a comeback. Gervonta can't duck him anymore. The beef is calm now. They just got to box and get paid. Grown me and shit like I like it. I feel you on that one, D-Lo. They already did all the talking. The fight has been set up. They're going to get paid. They go out there and get their money and come on back and sit down. But it looked like Greg Hackett is the one that people around with, D-Lo, who you rolling with. And now, to this moment, Vada better test him, old nigga. Napoleon Armstrong, good one. Vada do need to be in. Really, I like the fact that everybody's getting up under one umbrella, where most of the fights will be starting to be under the zone. But if they can get some kind of drug testing where everybody's tested and you don't know when you're gonna get tested, they just pop up like the parole people do. The probation, you just show up. You don't know when you're gonna get tested. They might test you this time and not next time. They might let you go 3 times and then bang, all of a sudden he go a test. You got comfortable, think you can smoke and drink, smoke and do whatever it is you do. Then you go up in there and you get popped. Yeah, everybody needs to be tested. Lomachenko, he been out the ring for now, possibly a year plus since he retired. I mean, since he decided to take a break. As far as Tank ducking, I'm starting to notice something because I heard somebody say Tank has never even accomplished undisputed, and he argued with Terrence Crawford, and Tank tweeted out about making more money than Crawford. Gotta take a deep breath on that one. Here's what I'm saying. Tank has aligned his sights on making fights that's gonna make him the most money against people. This is what I'm guessing. I think a big flaw in that is the competition that people wanted him to see, that I believe they would have paid the top dollar for, has either outgrown the division that he's in or that he was in. With Devin, he already fought Ryan, so people are pretty much satisfied with the Ryan. You got some people making noise because he made Ryan lose weight and come down to a certain size, which out of Ryan's own mouth, we have yet to see him fight at the weight class that he's actually running in. But as far as Tank going, if he can get the Shakur thing set up, that would be a big plus for him. Hey, maybe you could throw Keyshawn Davis in the mix, I guess. I'm sure people would be happy for that. But Keyshawn got his own problems with the young man that was beating him in the amateurs. Hyphy, you know who I'm talking about? Help me remember his name. I can't think of his name right now. But Keyshawn got problems with that. So Lomachenko saying that he's coming back, it's not like that seeing shivers down anybody's spine because, Gordo beat him. Teofimo Lopez, that's what I'm trying to say, Gordo. Teofimo beat him. Then you turn around and Devin beat him. It's not like, he's going to send shivers down anybody's spine, at least along Tank's. I don't think Tank could be worried about ducking Lomachenko. I would think that he probably would run head first into that fight because that fight will have a dollar tag stuck to it, I'm pretty sure, seeing that it's Lomachenko. That's how I breathe on that. That's how I breathe on that. We got La D in the house. I'm just not seeing him. I thought I'm moving down the slide, down the thing too slow. She said, I'm listening, but can't type. Hey, everyone. Everybody knows she's saying they love and everything. That island you on when you was at the beach, I understood exactly what you were saying, sis, about being near the beach, but not on the beach, because in Gary, Indiana, that beach right there, we stayed right down the street from the beach, so you can go outside, sit on the patio and look at the beach. And that was just calming enough. Sometimes you don't want to go and hit the beach, get sand on your feet, you have to worry about all that. But you want to be close enough where you can let the windows down, still hear the sounds, get the smell. I feel you, sis. You were doing your thing out there. I'm glad you're getting to enjoy life. Enjoy it. It's gonna be hitting harder after the bell. Backhand kicks, maybe a bite. Who gonna be doing all that? He talking about that old fight with the old people. Yeah, they're gonna be throwing knees and everything. It's gonna be everything goes. There ain't no rules in this. You can kick, you can bite, you can stomp, you can eye gouge. I knew I was gonna get it out. Pull his ears, pull some hair, throw him in the headlock. Whatever counts. But anyway, Lomachenko coming back. No, I don't see that being a big deal right now. I'm sure it'll make a wave, a ripple. If he come back and beat somebody, yeah, that'll make some noise. But right now, everybody that's running around right now, I don't know if it's gonna be a big deal for Loma to come back. But if he does, I'm pretty sure Tank and his crew would try to be the first in line to get him. I think they should be the first in line to get him. I wouldn't think they would be. I would think they should be the first in line to get him. He says Sugar Ray, Matella, and Zuria, Abdulaville, I guess that's how you say Lavelle, to be the mandatory for Loma's IBF title. But that's the thing I was getting at, Hyphy. I don't think Tank is on that mission anymore as far as locking the belts. I think he's on that I'm gonna get some money stuff. Because heck, Floyd was never undisputed. It was just all about making the fight with the big enough name that's gonna get you the big enough ticket after he got to a certain point. And if Tank gonna stay true to his word and retire at the end of 2025, then he would have to be pushing a little harder, which is kind of strange to me because I think he got a 7-fight deal with Prime. And how you're gonna have to pay some money back. That's what I'm saying. If you got a deal and you don't finish that contract out, then you got to get that money back. I don't think they're just gonna let him walk away with his pockets fat and him only giving him 2 fights. Have he given him any fight, or which fight have we seen on Prime? Was Frank Martin on Prime? I don't even remember. Frank Martin wasn't on Prime, was it? Mike Tyson was the first one on Netflix. Well, I don't think he see at the most he still got 5 fights that he owed them. So what are you gonna do? I don't think you're gonna get 5 fights squeezed into 2025. I don't think you're gonna do that. So I'm guessing that we'll see Tank around for a little bit longer. That's what I'm guessing. Just a little bit longer. I think that gumbo got my stomach feeling a little strange. Feeling just a little strange. So my biggest question, the biggest fight, I think the person that has, it's a couple of fights. Shakur is gonna have to face a good deal with Kid Austin, which a lot of people are saying, Kid Austin didn't show up to the Ring magazine thing, so Shakur, he was scared, all that. Well, I heard Kid Austin come out and say he had some passport problems. His passport was expired, and he had to deal with that. So, and he asked the question was, he didn't even know he was invited, but he was. So I think that's going to be a good fight. But the person that has the biggest opponent to deal with that can stifle what they're trying to do is Clarissa Shields against Danielle Perkins. Man, the more I look at Danielle Perkins, The more I say, this is a huge lady. This is a huge lady. Y'all give me a second. I gotta make a run. I ain't gonna be able to stop it. We're gonna hit it with all day while I run in here real quick. Put it on loop.
We go harder than concrete. Me and my bodies get smoked out. Ice chest full of beers. Cheers, this the dirty south. Fuck being down and out. We in this bitch trying to stay alive. Peace to you, my nigga. I see you trying to get your money. 3 steps for life, and I fuck with it. You make it show your fam straight. You don't break a bitch. Standing up on all 10. Cause every day it's on again. Same day, same shit. All across the bitch, no matter where you live. Hold it down. Shout out across the southwest side. Make it show the fam straight. All day. All day to get your money and it can't wait. All day. Where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, making sure that the fam straight. All day to get your money and it can't wait. All day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day,
making sure my family's straight. Doing what I do. Keep doing my beats. Making sure my family eats. Saying little prayers. I'm glad I got to know ya. I'ma be here to the end. I'm your only master ride.
Making sure that the fam straight. All day to get your money and it can't wait. All day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, making sure that the fam straight. All day, get your money and it can't wait. All day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day.
I break bread with my kinfolk and I don't sleep. If they can't eat and they can't eat, then I don't sleep. Till I make a way for my kinfolk. Guard dog up all night, making sure everybody sleep tight. Checking the perimeter with that thing on me, making sure that it's alright. I never leave my post alone, even if it means Post Malone. I ain't talking about Carl, I'm talking about literally leaving my post alone. Some people live under the pressure. Oh no, Nazi. I'm gonna make sure that my family always equal up to me.
Making sure that the fam straight. All day to get your money and it can't wait. All day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, making sure that the fam straight. All day, get your money and it can't wait. All day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day.
I got that retired money, so the fam is good. Bought a home out in the country, moved us out of the hood. When circumstances were bad, we converted to good. Every time they said I couldn't, I showed them I could. These haters plotting my downfall, I'm wishing you would. I'm 10 steps ahead of you, you back where I stood. Nigga, you should understand this boy don't play. Regardless of what you say, we bring that heat all day. Let go.
We go harder than concrete. Me and my bodies get smoked out. Ice chest full of beers. Cheers, this the dirty south. Fuck being down and out. We in this bitch trying to stay alive. Peace to you, my nigga. I see you trying to get your money. 3 steps for life, and I fuck with it. You make it show your fam straight. You don't break a bitch. Standing up on all 10. Cause every day it's on again. Same day, same shit. All across the bitch, no matter where you live. Hold it down. Shout out across the southwest side. Make it show the fam straight. All day to get your money and it can't wait. All day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day, making sure that the fam straight. All day, get your money and it can't wait. All day, where it's real and it's no fakes. All day, real nigga, real shit. All day, trying to stay out the way. All day,
making sure my family's straight. Doing what I do. Keep doing fly by beats. Making sure my family eats. Saying little prayers. I'm glad I got to know ya. I'ma be here till the end. I'm your only master ride.
Make sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait all day, all day, all day. Where it's real and it's no face all day, all day, real shit all day. Trying to stay out the way all day, all day, all day. Making sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait all day, all day, all day. Where it's real and it's no face all day, real nigga, real shit all day. Trying to stay out the way all day, all day, all day.
I break bread with my kinfolk and I don't sleep. If they can't eat and they can't eat, then I don't sleep till I make a way for my kinfolk. Guard dog up all night, making sure everybody sleep tight. Checking the perimeter with that thing on me, making sure that it's alright. I never leave my post alone, even if it means Post Malone. I ain't talking about Carl, I'm talking about literally leaving my post alone. Some people live under the pressure, oh no, not me. I'm gonna make sure that my family always equal up to me.
Making sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait all day, all day, all day. Where it's real and it's no face all day, all day, real shit all day. Trying to stay out the way all day, all day, all day. Making sure that the fam straight all day, all day, all day. Get your money and it can't wait all day, all day, all day. Where it's real and it's no face all day, real nigga, real shit all day. Trying to stay out the way all day, all day.
I got that retired money, so the fam is good. Bought a home out in the country, moved us out of the hood. When circumstances were bad, we converted to good. Every time they said I couldn't, I showed them I could. These haters plotting my downfall, I'm wishing you would. I'm 10 steps ahead of you, you back where I stood. Nigga, you should understand this boy don't play. Regardless of what you say, we bring that heat all day. Let go.
Somebody open the window. Close the door. Don't go in there for about 5, 10 minutes. 15, 20, 35, 40. I've had one of those rough days. Y'all know when your stomach just won't act right. Forgive me for having to disappear on y'all, but I appreciate y'all holding on for me. We back. Where was I? I was on the part about, Loma and his title and Tank ducking it. Not gonna happen. I think Tank gonna run straight into that fight. I think Tank gonna run straight into that fight. At the moment, I think all the ducking situations that can be called out are pretty much gone. Except for the fact that people are gonna say that Canelo won't fight Benavidez. If he end up fighting Crawford, then that's something different. There was something that I wanted to touch on earlier, but I kind of lost my placement. Give me a second to think about it. I'm sure I'll get back to it. Shoot, can't remember what it was. Anyway. No, that wasn't it either. I already spoke on Tank. It was something else. In hip hop, I guess I was supposed to talk on that. In the hip hop news with Jim Jones and Cameron, y'all remember them? They was part of Dipset. Cameron is acting like he don't know Jim Jones. They actually going at it. They bringing beef out like they was. These two dudes. When you saw Dipset, you saw Jim Jones with them, and now all of a sudden it's turning into a mess. Everybody acting like, dare I say, little broads. I ain't gonna say who playing the part of the broad and who not. I'm gonna just say it's a lot of people acting like broads. Y'all know what I mean when I say that, just fake for no reason, no shape, way, form, or fashion. Now, as I was saying, Danielle Perkins, 6 feet, 200 plus pounds, 60-inch, 6-foot wingspan. This is who Claressa Shields is about to face on February 2nd. The very next day after the David versus David battle takes place. Benavidez versus Morrell. Which I'm trying to understand why so many people trying to make it seem like Morrell is a dirty fighter, like Morrell is on the juice. He hasn't popped dirty. Now, I don't know if he's been tested for all his fights, But as far as being Pop Dirty, as far as we know, I'm thinking he's being tested. I'm just going by what I think the rules are. I haven't heard him Pop Dirty. I heard some people give segue that he punched so hard and it made them have wonder, you know what I'm saying? Because that country strong will make you think about it. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out why people are making it seem like my boy Morrell is dirty. But back to Danielle Perkins. I know I keep going back and forth from her because this is one of those fights that if you've ever wanted Claressa Shields to be into a pretty much battle, if you looked at any of the women and say, hey, she might could beat Claressa, she might could hurt Claressa. If you thought any of that at any point in time of any of her fights, or you don't feel like she's faced that, this lady, Danielle Perkins, is a strong measuring stick, I have to say, as able being one of the people or being the person that can bring Claressa some problems. Standing at 6 feet tall with such a long range, I did say that, I didn't think her footwork was as good as Claressa's as far as being a boxer, but she is an ex-basketball player, and it's not like her footwork is just stuck. It's just not boxing footwork, if that's a good way to put it. It's just not good boxing technique, but she is light on her feet. She also likes to throw her. She lets her hands go, man. She lets her hands go. She seems to listen to her coaches and her trainers in her fights. I've been doing my homework on her and checking her out to see just how much of a problem she could cause Claressa. And I'm starting to see that she can cause Claressa some problem. And I do believe Claressa realizes that. I don't know what Danielle's gas tank is. I don't think it's going to run out on her. She has had 5 fights, 2 stoppages. The other 3 went the distance. The referee stopped 1 fight. She was fighting Princess Harrison, something like, what's Princess's last name? I can't remember, but her first name is Princess, and she got stopped. I didn't think she was really on the same level as Danielle in that fight, even though they both were just starting off with 1-0. I still think that Princess needed some more work. Danielle has a hellified backstory. I told you guys that I thought she had got hurt. She had suffered an injury. Didn't know what she had suffered the injury from. But it comes to my attention that she got hit by a car while she was on the way to the store. She got hit by a car, cracked her skull. She was paralyzed for, I think they said 2 weeks or 2 months, 2 something. It was either 60 days or 14 days. Either way, being paralyzed for 30 seconds, if you ain't ever been paralyzed, is a long time. As a youngster, I got hit one time. I won't say who hit me, but they hit me in the back of the neck, froze me up for a good 3 seconds before I could move again. So just imagine that happening to you and you're stuck in that situation 14 days or 16 days. She said she had to learn how to walk again and do things that we had to do. You have to be a straight up fighter to not give up in a situation like that. Not only come from being injured. Now, when I said she got injured at the time, she was a basketball player. She had made it to overseas and was playing pro over there. So, she was doing good. It wasn't like, she wasn't doing nothing. She was doing good. She's a good athlete. And she's learned how to walk and get herself back up under her. And now she's fighting. She's a decorated amateur. She has a good amateur background. I put a tape out, a video out where she was talking about how she was the smallest person at in one of the fight amateur tournaments that she was in. She was talking about a girl that was 6'7", a girl 6'3", 210 pounds. She walked around at 6 foot 190. I'm just looking at the 6 foot 190 with the 6 foot wingspan. This is what Claressa Shields has to face and deal with. And it's going to be a battle of who's going to stop who. I don't know if Claressa is going to stop Danielle, because like I said, Danielle looks like one of those kind of ladies that likes this kind of action. She likes to fight, it seems like. She's taking punches in the fights that I'm seeing her in, and she looks like she's enjoying it. I seen her take a very good body shot. Who was the lady she was fighting? I can't remember the lady she was fighting, but the lady was giving you know, she was giving as good as she was getting. Her arms were just too short. You know, like they say, your arms too short to box with God. She was in that kind of situation. Danielle would have been the deity, and she would have been whatever, you know, trying to fight. She just didn't have a long enough reach. Clarissa's going to have to be, she's going to have to stay off the line. She's going to have to use foot movement. She's going to have to move at the waist. She's going to have to really 100% rely on her skills. Her skills are going to be her best weapon in the fight against Danielle Perkins. Perkins seems to be, you know, it's no seems to it. Perkins is the bigger of the two. Simple and plain. Perkins is a big lady. She's a full athlete. She's not fat. You know, I don't want you to think that. She's a 6-foot girl that's healthy. Let's put it like she's a slim healthy. She's not one of those. That's the best way I can explain it to y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. She's one of those country girls. She just got this look about her that it kind of worries me. You know, Trey X was saying that the Shakur Stevenson and Kid Austin fight kind of gives him a bad feeling. Well, this lady is, the more I'm looking at her, the more I'm messing with her. She's making me look at Clarissa and hope and pray that Clarissa is putting everything into it, which I have no doubt that she is. Clarissa's that kind of woman. She ain't gonna go out there and just try to let herself get beat down like that. She gonna try to meet this contest head on, and I think it's gonna be an awesome fight, a great fight. They have mutual respect for each other. Listening to them speaking their interviews that they've been in together, but you know, once the fight get ready to start, all that's gonna go out the window. One of the funniest things to me out of that out of them meeting each other is Clarissa had her belts on. And she like, yeah, these my belts. And Danielle was like, I take them belts. She said, do it. Oh man, did you see Clarissa's face and the way her lips look, her eyes when she started trying to pull her belts back? Oh, Perkins looked like, you know, she put a little put to it. And she a little stronger than old Clarissa. But I think Clarissa gonna do what she needs to do and stay the champion. This is at heavyweight, so she gets another chance to a fight for greatness. It's a good story for both sides. Danielle is, you know, she, like I said, she got a great background story, you know, but I can't go with her over the GOAT. How you bet against somebody that's undefeated? That being said, two former Morrell opponents stated there was no drug testing after the fight, which had been agreed upon prior. Okay, I think those are the two guys that I was talking about, saying that he seemed like he was hella extra strong or unnaturally strong. They were, you know, they was complaining they had never been hit that hard by anybody before. Well, the only thing I can say is that I ain't never been hit as hard as I've been hit by, you know, my mama getting a whooping. But then again, ain't nobody else gave me no ass whooping for me to consider if they could give me a whooping harder than that. So yeah, if they probably whooped me and was harder than that at the time of being a kid, I'd probably been like, nah, I ain't gonna do that again. They uncommonly strong. I'm just saying, I think the dude is just strong. I don't want to throw out there that he's a dirty fighter. I never will do that. Let them get caught. Now, once they get caught, you know, it ain't no dud, footy, and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to hear about somebody tricked you to eat it unless they literally cooked your food and just don't tell you or literally give you a supplement or something like that. But if it's one of those things that got to be injected into your bloodstream, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I might give you something if it's orally taken, something like that. I might give you a pass if you could prove that a person did it to you and you had no knowledge about it at all. But for right now, I'm going to say Morrell is flying above Cap. My question is, they said that they had applied for testing after the fight, but what about the fights before? That's what I want to know. Don't they test before the fight and after the fight? I don't need, you know, and after the fight. I understand why they testing after the fight to make sure that they didn't pump themselves up with nothing right before the fight that can help them. But if they getting tested prior to and after, how my biggest thing gonna always be, unless it's just a big difference between when you test before the fight and when you test after the fight. That's why I think the testing should just be random. You don't know when they showing up. It should just bang. It's test time. I'm here. Oh, they came and tested such and so today. Maybe we ain't testing him today because we tested you. We tested him because we catching everybody off guard. That's how they should be tested. I don't know about anything else. Senator Agagbo and Kevin Henderson said Morrell team be pulling 42 face and not taking any test before or after. Y'all niggas gotta explain that. Now, if that's true, I would like to hear the explanation for why these guys are missing drug tests or anything like that. But I thought that if you missed the test at your fight, well, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe if you miss the test and you don't get tested like you're supposed to when you're supposed to, then they should not let you fight. I think that. Or they should take money from you. Every time you miss a drug test and you in a fight, they should, if you make it 5 or 6 million and y'all gonna take a certain amount of tests, they should take a nice slice each time you miss a test. Or make it just simple and plain. You just don't get to fight. Now you don't get none of that money and you don't get to fight, and the person that's next up, they should be able to get to fight. But if you're gonna do it like that, that's why everybody should be getting tested all the time. Even the person that's supposed to be, you know, the stand-in guy, just in case somebody don't make weight or anything that happens, that person should be getting tested too. But if it's true that they haven't been taking tests before the fights, yeah, I would like to know what their reasoning is and why that will be taking place, because nobody should be getting in the ring with a dirty opponent. Quote, do her dirtier than Savannah Marshall, another big broad with more skills than Perkins. You're right. Savannah Marshall is another big girl with more skills than Perkins. She is that, you know, and a lot younger, you know, because Perkins is 42. What I'm driving at Napoleon, I'm just saying that Danielle seems like one of those, you know how you meet one of those people that know how to fight. They was, you know, you just sense the fighter in them. You sense the heart in them. And because this woman has come back from being paralyzed and she's fighting now. This is an ex-basketball player that is fighting now. And she's a decorated amateur. Clarissa made a good point. She was like, you know, what is it about Perkins that made Hannah Gabriel decide not to fight her? Because she was supposed to be fighting Perkins. And like Clarissa and Danielle said, you know, she kept getting COVID. And then when she did get well, she started calling out Clarissa instead of going back after Perkins, who she's supposed to be fighting. I have confidence that Clarissa gonna do her thing, but you can't blame me for worrying about this big sister. You know, I didn't really worry about Savannah as much. I don't know why, but just looking at this lady, you know, and watching the way she fights, she gives me a little worry. She does give me a little worry because she lets her hands go, and she lets her hand go a lot. And I guess if anything, Clarissa gonna be able to show, you know, that chin. If a girl could land a flush on the chin, because she, you know, she still needs technique. You know, so a lot of her punches do end up kind of being off, and she does that head push thing with some of her punches too. But for the most part, you know, she's been training, and she did say when she came to the division, she wasn't really all excited about it because all the big girls in the big competition was in the amateurs. She was like, the girls in the pros ain't really no worry to her because they little girls. I mean, not girls, they little women. You know, she spoke about old girl. She's like coming in with a 50-year-old grandma. I mean, a 50-year-old woman that got some skills, but you know, she over the hill. I'm riding with the boat. I'm just, you know, like I said, the competition of this lady is she's just a big girl that can move. She's a lot. She's more nimble than Savannah Marshall for sure. She can move better than Savannah Marshall, in my opinion. But we'll see how they go. Napoleon Armstrong, stop saying Clarissa is the GOAT. Caitlin Clark got her whole team playing in the NBA arenas because, well, stop. They gonna play in arenas because that's where you play basketball at. You can't put Caitlin Clark and Clarissa up against What's the purpose of even throwing them against each other for? Huh? Make that make sense. Clarissa is drawing by herself. Caitlin Clark, if we gonna do this, hyphy, Caitlin Clark cannot draw crap by herself. You can't put her in an arena by herself and think she gonna draw. She not gonna do that. She got to have a team with her. Clarissa can go into an arena and draw, sell out wherever she sells out because she's a fighter. You're only coming to see that one person or two people, the one she gonna battle with. So I get to Clarissa on that since we're gonna be going ahead and doing it like that. Clarissa stay barking on smaller girls like Amanda and Alicia, but Danielle put hands in Clarissa's face, and Clarissa ran out the ring. Y'all fighters scary. One, I don't think it's nothing in Clarissa that's scary. Not a 2-time gold medalist. Not how many 15-time champion? Or 13, she a 13 world time champion, 14, something like that, 15. She undisputed in 2 weight classes. Ain't nothing scary about Clarissa. Yeah, she talk a lot of noise, and you speaking on the 2 girls out of all the women she done fought, you're gonna pick out 2 girls that she ain't fighting. That ain't gonna be no fight. That argument, we gotta push it out the window. For people who don't know, Clarissa Shields and Amanda Serrano and Alicia Baumgardner are 2 little women that's barking. It's like 2 poodles and a damn pit bull or something. Those 2 poodles are not getting in the ring with that pit bull. That pit bull has been fighting big girls. So I ain't gonna even pretend. I can't even give that one no wheels up under it. Clarissa has been fighting big women. Like Sadasia Green, all bark. Not much bite, but looks menacing in my opinion. Sadasia don't have that she don't have that go get it. That I know what you're talking about when you say that Napoleon Armstrong. And I feel what you're saying, but in my opinion, Danielle do got that in her. I think she do got that nastiness in her, and luckily she's 42 and she didn't get into the game early because she was a basketball player. I'm just wondering if she had gotten the game and was trained up to be trained over the years. That's why I say Clarissa's going to have to she's going to have to rely heavily on her skills over everything else, over speed, over power, over footwork. She's going to have to rely on skills and her years of training, making sure she stay on her defense, slipping up under Danielle's punches and keeping Danielle moving until she can soften her up and get her where she wants her. Prior to that, Danielle is going to be a problem. I can't say she won't be. I understand the comparison with Savannah Marshall and everything like that, but I think if you go check, I don't know, have you checked out her fights and just checked out her demeanor and the way she carries herself when she's in the ring and everything? She just seems like one of those people, like Big E said, he like to get hit just to feel it sometimes. She seems to be one of those type of people, man, for real. She seems to be one of those type of people. And I just want the GOAT to be on point because we don't need no surprise. I don't want no surprise. I really don't. I want her to go out there and handle her business. Let me see what we got here. Javante and Terrence had a Twitter exchange. Javante appears upset at Turkey because he wasn't invited to the Ring Magazine Award. All I can say on that is I can see how people would say that, because you're not the first person to word it that way. That maybe Tank is a little upset that he wasn't awarded, wasn't invited to the Ring Awards. Did he win anything? I don't know, because usually if you're gonna get an award, they usually make sure that you're invited. So 9 times out of 10, he's not even in there to get an award. Hey, the relationship between him and Turkey as far as I can tell, has never been a good one. He explained when, Turkey was talking about making a fight with him and Devin. He explained why he told Turkey to send him 2 Ferraris or whatever, because he felt like Turkey was already bagging Devin and stuff like that. So, he was young. Young people say and do dumb things and don't really think about the long-term situation of it. But, yeah, he told Terrence that he make more money than Terrence, and Terrence hit him with, you just seem like you might be a little upset because you did get invited. I saw those tweets. But hey, what does it matter? If at some point Turkey seems to be a businessman, and it don't seem like Tank really want to go and do business with Turkey then. I don't know. It don't really seem like he want to do business with them. It might change over, but who knows? Right now, is Turkey is he gonna pull off the impossible, as people believe, and get Crawford and Canelo? I think that's the biggest fight for Turkey to pull off. And I think people sitting back to see if he can pull that off. If he pulls that off, then people will be like, oh, it ain't a fight that Turkey can't manage. Turkey done pulled off Canelo and Crawford. People will be losing their mind. But right now, heck, the cards that he's put on so far has been good cards. They have been nice cards. The advertisement for them, the promotions for them, everything. It's been great. Why you don't want to do business with a person that's making the best fights and paying the most? Well, in Tank's defense, and what he claimed that he and what he said was that the money that those fighters, that a lot of fighters are going over there with Turkey to get, he getting already here in the States. He making a big amount of money to fight right here where he's at. It's not like it's not like you can make an argument and say Tank don't sell, because that wouldn't be true. We know Tank sells. We don't know exactly what he gets off of saying fights and everything, but I'm pretty sure he's making a nice, pretty penny. And if the man said that he making as much as the people that are having to go to Turkey to get paid, then what's the purpose? I can see him saying, why I gotta go over there to get this money when I can get this money right here? I ain't gotta go to a whole other country and stuff like that. Now, if you want to go and showcase your skills and everything, then yeah, you'll be willing to do it. But as far as what, to answer that question, why he don't want to do business with the person that's bringing the best fights, that'd be pretty much why. Now, the other argument to that is, if Turkey is bringing the best fights and you want the best fights, then yeah, you should be willing to do business with it. But as far as if he's making the same amount of money regardless, then that part also speaks loudly. If you had a chance to make big money and deal with whatever get thrown in front of you, which one you gonna take? That's almost like the Canelo situation. I can fight who I want to fight and still get paid. The only people that tested Canelo saying that was the zone. And we saw how that ended up. He ended up suing to get out his contract or whatever. But they still do business together. So, I don't know. It might be we just have to see what happens with that. Right now, Tank seems to be set firmly on not working with Turkey. And I don't think Turkey is losing any sleep on it. He's still getting good fights. We still seeing good fights out of it. We saw 2 good undisputed fights. We saw AJ fight twice back-to-back against Usyk. We just saw Usyk on the Turkey card 4 times already. 4. AJ, Fury. Am I tripping? No, I ain't tripping. That's right. So Turkey getting the guys actually to turn around and get back in the ring a lot faster than any other promoter, than any other group. Turkey seems to be getting the fighters to fight a little more regular. That part. I also heard Shakur Stevenson saying that Tank was weak. His career was weak if he retired, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, did you forget? You did the same thing. Shakur retired 2 years ago for like 45 minutes, and then he came back. So with that being said, that right there is ridiculous. Warlock Boxing is fell into the building. What's going on with you? He came in with the boxing glove. Anyway, so Secure making that statement, I'm like, he should have just kept his mouth shut on that. Answer the question to a better, with a little more tact than to say, oh, his career be weak and all that kind of stuff. Because, dude, you got mad and retired for a hot second. Like I said, Tank had spoke about retirement before. This isn't the first time we heard him speaking about it. I think this is the first time that he actually put a time stamp to it. But, like I said, 2025, he's supposed to have a 7-fight deal that's lined up. If you got a 7-fight deal lined up, you can't retire on that. Not without putting out the 7 fights. You gotta put out the 7 fights. 5 fights ain't enough. If you're gonna retire with just 5 fights, then you gotta pay some of that money back. So we just have to see what goes on. But Shakur said that he was scared. I don't know. Shakur should be worried about Kid Austin and how he gonna deal with that. I want to see if I want to see the Baby World Beater come out and look good. He needs to come out and look good. He needs to erase the view of what people have of him in his head right now. Rod X that slid into the building. He said, "What's up, people?" Eric R. Our brother that fell up into the building said, "Salute, family." We sitting here just chilling and rolling on the things that have taken place in boxing and what's being set up. The battle that Clarissa Shields has in front of her. I don't want to overlook nobody's opponent, no matter how green they are. Now, if she's super green, I can understand. But this babe here, Danielle Perkins, I don't think she's super green. I think she soaked up the knowledge that she needed to in the amateurs. And right now, she just got a parlay to put it to where it goes. If you have to really look at it, I have to say that she's living a dream. She's 42 years old. She got 5 fights up under her belt. She went through that horrific accident where somebody hit her with a car, had her paralyzed and all that. So with that being said, I'm pulling for her just not to be champion over Clarissa. Now, if she get another chance to beat some other girl, then go for it. But not against Clarissa. Not against Clarissa. He said, "I dropped my baby girl. If you up to colleges past weekend, SIU, Southern Illinois." Oh, congratulations, bro. 17-year-old freshman. That's what I'm talking about. Your baby girl went to school as early as my baby girl did. God damn, I like that. That's what I'm talking about, man. I know it felt good. You probably had about 3-4 tears in your eyes when you left for there. I'm leaving my baby. My baby just around the corner, though. You know what I'm saying? When I left her, it wasn't no big deal. She was excited. I was excited for her. Like I said, the school is only like 25 minutes away from the house. I can get right on the freeway. If she calls, say, "Daddy, I can be there in 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I could be there in 20 minutes. But congratulations to you, Eric R. I hope she gets to have a great experience, and I hope she stay in her books and get the education that's going to be laid out for her. I hope she take it in with both hands and she strives greatly with it. Where were we? Who was I complaining about? Clarissa Shields, Danielle Perkins. Oh yeah, speaking of Perkins and what I think Perkins bringing to the table. Yeah, I think Perkins is gonna be a hard fight. Just like I believe Madrigal is gonna be a hard fight for Ortiz. I think he's gonna correct people. I'm thinking, I have been wrong. I'm not ashamed to say that, but it's my opinion. I think he's going to make people realize that he's a much better fighter than what you saw against Terrence Crawford, if that was your first time getting a sample of it. I think he's going to show a whole different thing. Because you have to look at it. It's not like Madrigal probably look at Crawford and say, "This motherfucker been knocking out everybody he been fighting." He moved up a weight class and started stopping people. That's the big thing about it. He moved up to 154 and started to 147 and stopped everybody that he faced. Let's not forget that. He went up there and put hands on everybody. So with that being said, Madrigal probably looked at it. He said Ortiz lost his last fight was too close. M. Banks what is it, Unfiltered. Glad to see you slide through. Ortiz last fight was close, but it's what he gonna be able to do with Madrigal. You know what I'm saying? People still giving him some hype because Boost didn't take the fight with him. So it's like, ooh, Boost ducked Ortiz, which Ortiz is at 54. We was looking for Boost to move up to 54. That's just a whole big mess of stuff that has nothing to do with this fight against Madrigal right now. I think Madrigal is gonna go push Ortiz to the brink. Ortiz is gonna have to really bring it and look good in this fight. He's gonna have to be on his defense, show that he can take some punches, show that he can give some punches, and sit Madrigal down. Madrigal is not an easy dance at all. Like I said, he went up against Crawford, and you got to put it into play. This man Crawford has stopped everybody once he moved up. Simple and plain. He has stopped everybody. Everybody that was supposed to be somebody at 154 that was hot in that group of contenders, champions, and whatnot, Terence Crawford put them on their butt or made the referee have to bring it to a halt. So Madrigal dealing with that, I think Madrigal, I think he's going to make a good bounce back. Not saying that Ortiz can't make a good bounce back. I look forward to both of them putting on a great show. I'm just leaning toward Madrigal. I think Madrigal is going to bring a little more to it than Ortiz. This could be Ortiz's loss. In my opinion, this could be Ortiz's loss. But like I said, my opinion is as humble as it is. I don't really know much. I just go after, go off what I go off. And what I'm going off right now is I think Madrigal gonna go ahead and take Ortiz. I say by a split decision. That's being nice, do you? But you unanimously, Terence said Gervonta better shut up before he gets Shakur to beat his ass. Y'all know the last thing Gervonta wants is Shakur on his ass again. First off, I can't think of when the last time Shakur was on Gervonta's ass. Right now, Shakur, main thing is dealing with Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield Jr. That's his plate that he got to deal with right now. Deal with that, get that youngster out the way, and then start turn around and start getting back and start dealing with Tank. But right now, I wouldn't say take your views off of what's in front of you. I would say keep your view on what's in front of you. Terence and Gervonta going back and forth, that don't really mean anything. It's just big brother talking to little bro, or Shakur, that's big bro for Shakur, but not big bro for Tank. Tank's pretty much out there on his own right now. He done cut away from Floyd and everything like that. He's standing, he drawing a line in the sand and standing on his own 2 feet. So, with that being said, if you got to look at it, Tank the only one out there standing on his own and doing his thing. Okay, Hype, I see you give you 10 minutes to hop on. I'm going to tune that ass up since you keep that. Whatever, homeboy, I'm right here. You know it. I don't run from no smoke. Bass Unfiltered say, on the cool, I think it'll be Ortiz by robbery, LOL. People would feel like Madrigal won. I think Madrigal should go, if they feel like he won, that means, would you agree that if in order for you to feel like he won, it's going to have to look like he's winning? And it's only a few fighters that you could look like you beat them and not really be beating them. That means Ortiz will, one, have to be absorbing and be greatly on defense, making Madrigal miss up close when they do some infighting and at distance. He's just going to have to be superior on defense, and he's going to have to be landing the more telling punches. But for the most part, Madrigal has good footwork. He does have good footwork. He does fight from angles. Like I said, once again, I think it's going to be a good contest, but I'm thinking Madrigal going to pull it off. But, come holler at us after, come holler at us after the fight. We'll be right here and let us know, if we was right or wrong. I'm thinking it's going to be all about Madrigal. I feel you think Ortiz might win by robbery. Don't put it by Robert. You know, if you feel like he gonna win, go ahead and just say you feel like he gonna win. We will not. We don't crucify people over here at this channel. You know, all opinions are valid, and we respect everybody's opinion. So if you feel like that dude gonna win, stand by that. AI meets in music, my brother, my friend. What's going on? He said Magic Ball finna beat Virgil's. Woo! We're going ahead then and say it like you mean it. Magic Ball fought careful and scared versus Bud. Huh. He is in his normal aggressive self versus Ortiz. He is leaving the door open for hard counters. Yeah, he may be leaving the door open, you know, for hard counters. Is Ortiz left-handed or right-handed? I can't remember right off the top of my head. But if Ortiz is a righty, that's going to be more in Magic Ball's wheelhouse, you know, because Crawford usually fights lefty, and which would throw you off. And then, you know, you have to consider him being the best left-handed fighter from 140, 147 up until right now in Magic Ball's face, you know, because he's been whooping everybody. You know, you can't take that away from him. Tony Kart Racer, Inoue, the Oil Inoue #1 pound for pound. Well, he's making a good name for himself right now. You know, he's still in a smaller weight classes, and he still got some moving up that he can do. I won't say he's #1 pound for pound because, you know, you got somebody like Crawford who's also come from the smaller weight classes, but he's been proving that he's going up. He went to 147 and just destroyed everybody he dealt with at 147 after moving up. So, you know, I won't take away from Inoue. He's a hell of a fighter. I will give him that. That man can fight. But putting him as #1 pound for pound right now, it's a little soon. That's a little soon in my book. But I will give him some good rankings on it. I will say that he's making some noise. He said, like Trey said, bark with your dog. I feel you, man. Bark with your dog. Tony Kart Racer. Crawford ain't fought since 1880. See, there you go tripping. We got somebody talking crazy. If you coming in to have fun with the conversation, cool. But if you go come in and try to steer the conversation in a different direction, because right now, anyway, ain't even fight nobody. So why we even gonna talk about him? We talking about the people that's getting ready to put their hands on somebody right now. You know what I'm saying? So seeing that Crawford just had a fight not too long ago, it ain't even been a year and a half. Then he just got through dealing with Magic Ball. That 1880 conversation is straight unlegit. So, with that being said, yeah, like I said, Inoue is a good fighter, but it ain't about Inoue right now. But like my brother said, Magic Ball finna beat Virgil's ass. So we'll see how it go on that. He's destroying every champion or ex-champion in his weight class. This is true, and I give him that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. And that's why I say he is a hell of a fighter. But I can't just say that, yeah, he makes it look easy. He makes it look easy. And that's what, you know, that's what you want. But as long as he keep doing that and he moves up and we get the chance to pit him against some of the big names here, you know, in the States. Because usually, I'm going to just be real with you. You ain't really proved anything until you proved it in the States. Especially in boxing, because the States is where it's at. It's just a bigger a pool of competition. You know what I'm saying? You're whooping everybody over there where you are. But once you come into the States, you have to have that same kind of output. And I think in a way, come over here and make a good name and make some noise over here. But we have to see what it is. You know, once they get into the bubble of the States, then you really get to see what they made of. But right now, he's making a great deal for himself. He did stop Cool Boy Stealth, so, you know, it is what it is. I know people don't put heavyweights in the pound for pound, but he's the best fighter in the world right now. Who we talking about? Usyk? If we talking about Usyk, of the fighters that are ranked right now, yeah, he's the best fighter in the world. And, you know, heavyweight is always the #1 division. That's the top dog. You know, I think it's universally understood as that. You know, that's the top dog. So if in a way boxes without stacking his hand wraps, that monster image would disappear. Oh no. So you thinking that the way his hand wraps, do you think the way his hands are getting wrapped, that might be giving him a slight advantage when he steps into the ring? I don't know, because if it was see, that's a whole nother can of worms when you get to talking about the hand wraps and stuff like that. Would it have to change if he came to the States? If he fought in the States, would it is it a certain way that the hands have to be wrapped? That's the question that I have to pose, because I'm not really for sure. If you're for sure, let me know. Put it in the comment. Do the hands have to be wrapped a certain way over here? Because I think, if I can remember correctly, I remember Freddie Roach. I think it was Freddie Roach. And maybe the Mayweathers were arguing about the way the hands was wrapped or something. And Roach wanted them wrapped a certain way, or he was complaining about the width and the length of the wraps. There's so much that goes on into it. I really don't know. That's a fair point, Ian Banks. I'd like to see how Monster fights outside of Japan. Well, we all would like to see how he fights outside of Japan, because, like I said, the United States is the melting pot. You know what I'm saying? That's what all of the great competition is. Yeah, you get blessed with some special competition, some special athletes, some special fighters in different parts of the world, but not as many. You got Hyphy joining into the conversation. What's going on, Hyphy? Before I turn you loose, let me go ahead and finish making this point. The United States has so much talent because so many states is spread around so much, and it's all in the United States is really all one big deal. Germany, Russia, and all those different countries. I would suggest and state that the talent pool isn't as large over here. So you want to know if you really stack up against the best. Coming here lets you know that. So seeing Monster fight over here would be a great thing. Stacking is he said stacking is legal in Japan and Vegas. Okay. So if he came to the United States, you saying that his promoter better make sure that he gets to fight in Vegas. Makes sense. Because you going somewhere else, they ain't gonna let you stack it up like that, and it might be a different outcome. I can see how that goes. What's up, Hyphy? What you bring? You talking about you finna cook somebody?
Yeah, hey, first of all, like nigga, Naoya, he ain't doing nothing illegal with wrapping his hands. Anyway, he wrap his hands, because it varied by commission. Anyway, he wrap his hands, his opponents can wrap his hands too. So that ain't got nothing to do with how he whipping on niggas. And Naoya, he the one that's going across seas taking belts. That nigga got the best international record as far as his pro boxing stuff. So yeah, niggas got to show him some respect. You know what I'm saying?
Who disrespected him?
Now I'm talking about, like niggas be talking, like the hand wraps. Oh, I want to see him fight in America, to see him be drug tested. Nigga, that nigga been drug tested internationally. That nigga didn't put in way more work internationally than most of these niggas.
Well, I never put on his back that he might be a dirty fighter, but I will still stand by the statement that coming here is really the biggest test. You have to agree. The United States is the melting pot for everything. Because, the dream is come to America, make it, you can make it. If you make it here, you can make it anywhere, pretty much. But America is the standards. To be great, you got to come over here and be great. You're a basketball player, you got to come over here and be great. You're a football player, you got to come over here and be great. Tennis player, you got to come over here and be great. It does not matter what it is that you put in, what you're working on. When it comes down to it, if you want to be great, you a mega star, superstar, the name that goes in the history books as this was the mother ucker. You know what I'm saying? America is where it takes place at. So yeah, in a way, as great as he is, as great as he's projected to be, his trajectory can only go so far in Japan. He's going to have to come here at some point and claim a state. That's if he's really, really about that.
Well, Naoya, he done already came to the U.S. 3 times, and he done tore shit up. He done knock y'all niggas out. He left y'all fighters sleep when he came to the U.S., so he done already put in that work in the USA. Matter of fact, his toughest fights wasn't even in the USA. So he said, let me leave these American niggas alone and let me go fight the hard fights across seas in Japan and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
okay, because I see what you're saying, and I want to put Tony Carr racing. He said, why you need to come to America when you are selling stadiums and bringing in so much money already? Well, first of all, as much money as so-called Anthony Joshua was supposed to be making overseas, he still came to America to be solidified. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you say in all other countries, no matter how the arguments you're going to try to make, you're saying that he going to different countries and whooping people over there. He beating the best people in Japan. Japan ain't that big. How big you think that talent pool over there? You know, you can be a man in a small pond. You can be a big fish in a small pond, but once that pond grows, then how big of a fish are you? Especially if you end up running across some sharks and barracudas that just have no respect for you at all. Once again, I'm not trying to diminish the man. I'm just bringing out a point, and it goes back for years and generations. If you want to be the one, here's where it's at. Come to America and get it. You know what I'm saying? When the Klitschko's became top-notch, top dogs in boxing, they came over here and made that name. Yeah, they was good where they was at, but they came here to get it. When they got here, that's when they named that name Klitschko. Dr. Steelhammer started to really, really mean something, because you over here where it's a great amount of talent is coming at you from every direction. Japan, and they coming at you from every direction. You could be the darling in Japan because it's only a handful of y'all there. Germany, it's only a handful of y'all there. Wherever you want to put them at, it's only a handful of them there. Here, it's from coast to coast. Come on, man, quit playing with me when it comes down to the greats being where they at, man. For real. The greats are in America throughout history. These are words from Napoleon Armstrong, not Japan or any other country. Not many Americans are that small, Tony. You're right. Not many states in America are that small. Some of the states in America are bigger than some of the countries over there. Cut it out. I'm just saying. America is the standard. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. What you got to say?
Well, that's not what Usyk said. And last time I checked, Usyk the best fighter in the world. Usyk is the best heavyweight. Not your fighters that tried to come to America and failed, a la Tyson Fury, AJ. Usyk the best heavyweight. Now, also, you do need to go to Japan if you want to blow up. That's why Stephen Fulton, he went to Japan so he can get his biggest payday and face the best. So you do need to go to Japan. Japan, 125 million people, but they do better numbers than pretty much all these Americans do. So, yeah, you do need to go to Japan. Maybe you should go to Japan if you want to blow up.
No, this is how I bounce it. Fulton, I'm going to go and put the tag on his back. Fulton was daring to be great. There is a guy named Monster in Japan. He is Japan's darling. Now, you get a chance to go over there and you can whoop Japan's darling. Yeah, that puts a nice, big, pretty aura around you. I went over there and whooped Monster before anybody else even thought about fighting. Because most of the time they wait for you to come over here into this shark-infested waters. We got a new person in called PYP Boxing. He said America was the standard. You're talking about an era that is no longer here. The U.S. boxing market is not what it used to be. Here's the thing about that. Football took a hit, but it didn't take a hit so much that people don't still watch it. Boxing was supposed to be dead right after the 90s. At least that's what the experts is claiming. Here we are in 2025, and they're still doing the same thing. They're still boxing. Now, when I say boxing is America is where it's at, because I can't put it any clearer except for you have so many more talented people here. This is what I'm driving at. I'm not saying America is the best at it. I'm just saying that America is where it's at because the pool is driven by so many. You got so many people from so many other countries that are coming here that are learning. You come from Cuba over here to shine your grades. Usyk is over here for and Lomachenko, Ukrainians. They come over here. They shined over there, and they made a little money over there. You know, you might say, oh, they made a whole bunch of money over there. They was selling out stadiums over there. They was doing it that big, that much, that regularly over there. You better believe, because this is America. This is two things about America is they greedy and they got to have it all. And if it's someplace where it's a bunch of money being made for you kicking ass on a regular, you better believe that America will be sending people over there to get some of that money. But the driving force, the markets, everything that is to make you a superstar runs through the veins of the United States. And I can't believe I'm really going that hard for USA, because I feel like the USA do be over people. But for right now, at this point, I got to make the argument. This is where the talent is. This is where people come to hone their skills in to get better. And I truly believe if Inoue was asked and it was set up where he had, where people felt like it was enough talent, enough fights over here for him to come over here, he'd come. But right now, they're able to feed him and give him just what he needs. Japan ain't overdoing it and pushing him too hard. But once that pond starts to get to the point where it's too small, he's gonna have to make that. He's gonna have to make that jump. He's gonna have to dive into the deep water.
Yeah, but he already came over here. It was too easy for him. That's why he said, "I'm not going back to America. Like, it's too easy fighting them fighters. They no competition."
That's what he claimed. That's what he claimed. But you're gonna tell me you sitting in Japan and you getting harder fighters. You getting harder fights on a regular basis in Japan than you are in America? Stop that. I don't believe that, man. Come on now. Come on now.
Hey, ask Deontay Wilder if America is where it's at.
What do you mean? Yeah, if you ask Deontay Wilder, he gonna say, "Hell yeah, America is where it's at." He come from Alabama. Let's just give some history real quick. He comes from Alabama, one of the strong slave states. Who would have believed that here in America at this time, they would have gave him a dude that everybody considered not a great boxer. Not a great boxer at all. You know, they called him trash. He got a statue made after him. He's a millionaire 3-4 times over. He achieved the American dream, became a heavyweight champion, held it for 5 years, defended it 10 times, and he started at 19. He also got a chance to go to the Olympics. That's a hell of an American dream right there. So yeah, for him, America most definitely was where it's at.
So why he keep going to Saudi Arabia?
He's going over there to get some money. You know, the Turkey Al Sheikh was able to set him up with some fights. He wasn't stupid. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna go make that money. Just like you would have went and made that money. Just like Tony Car Racer would have went and made that money. Just like DNPYP Boxing would have went and made that money. Napoleon All-Star, Eric R., Mike Henney, anybody, if it's a chance for you to make that bag and somebody set it up for you, you're gonna go get that. These arguments, these debates that we having right now on that part, you know, that's leaning more toward America right now. Yeah, Turkey Al Sheikh is offering something that the reason it's looking so good and it's working so good for him because he's cutting pretty much the middleman out the way. He's giving the fighters the money they feel like they deserve to have big fights, where the promoters will screw you over hand and foot. Mike Tyson, Don King. Let's just think about it. Don King screwed Mike over so badly. But the fact still remains, this is where it's at because this is where all the competition is. And you know, people in America, they ain't flooding to go to Japan. They ain't flooding to go to certain spots. People in those spots are looking to come here to plant a stake and make some money. Let's not pretend, you know, as bad as America is, we ain't got some of the stuff the other countries got. You know, Cuba, you can't even be a pro. Remember? That's, you know.
Well, some of Deontay Wilder's toughest opponents on his resume, they was in Saudi Arabia. He didn't go over there just for the money. He went over there because he wanted to fight the best competition, and they was in Saudi Arabia. That's why he went over there.
So did Deontay Wilder fight when he went over there? Joseph Parker, which he could have fought over here, and Timmy Zane.
Well, apparently he couldn't because it didn't happen. He fought Jean Gelé over there also.
Yeah, that's why he fought Zimmy and lost. He fought Joseph and lost. But it's not like he couldn't have fought Joseph over here. It's just that the fact that when they was dealing and dancing over here, and here's a perfect example, all the belts pretty much was over there in the UK, correct? Anthony Joshua had sucked up all the belts over there in the UK. With all the drawing power that he supposedly had, he was not pulling big names to the UK to fight him. That market was not doing that. That Anthony Joshua's name took a hell of a lot of more people in and a lot of more admiration when he brought his ass to the United States. Only problem was when they brought him over here, the opponent that he was supposed to be facing ended up being on everything, and he ran across Andy Ruiz. And we got a chance to see that the guy who was built like Adonis didn't fight like him. I'm just saying, if I have to credit another country, this is coming from Napoleon Armstrong. If I have to credit another country, it would be Mexico. But you can't take the sport with one or two fighters. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? You can count off a slew of great Mexican champions. But when did they really become great? They got over here to America. Hands of Stone, Macho Camacho. What's the other? Julio Cesar Chavez. Come on, man. When you get to really naming the greats, I can't, I can't even go no more. Like my brother said, hit that like button and subscribe if you're enjoying what's going on.
Okay,
said, anyway,
so why are y'all best Americans over there?
Do what?
So why y'all best Americans in Saudi Arabia right now?
Our best American?
Yep, Terrence Crawford.
Some of our best is over there, but not all our best. And now think about this. Think about this. It's not the fact that you got to go over there to fight. This is somebody who's paid to see certain fights. So even though it's taking place in Riyadh, they had to reach where in order to get these fights, in order to make these fights. They had to reach over here in the melting pot of America. Yes, they sprinkled a little bit from the other countries, but most of the melting pot's from America. Come on, man. Come on. He paying to see this. Turkey Al-Sheikh is paying to put these cards on. He's renting talent from America and everywhere else to bring them to his place to put on the show. Now, once those fighters get there and put the show on, yeah, it turns into a spectacle. People was like, these are the best cards yet. Ian Banks filter said, anyway, won't fight under Turkey because he won't be able to stack his reps. And anyway, can't use Japanese drug tested. LOL.
Hey, well, see, I mean, that sounds funny, but that's not true because if he knew some, he already knew. Naoya, he already signed a deal with Turkey Al-Sheikh. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could look it up if you think I'm lying. It's like, that nigga don't even know what he's talking about.
Well, what I will say is, at least David Morrell ain't the only person being accused of being dirty and ain't popped yet.
Just like Naoya
was fighting overseas before Turkey, though. Klitschko went back to Europe after they did the U.S. tour. They all came back here because there was a market. Then they learned, they jumped up. Then they learned they could make more back home. Usyk was fighting overseas before Turkey, though. Usyk was fighting overseas. Usyk blew up in America. In the Muhammad Ali, when he got the Muhammad Ali belt and became undisputed here in America. And then he became heavyweight champ over here. He's been over here a good while now. The Klitschko's, yes, they came over here, and here's the killer. Here's the kicker. Klitschko's and what's his name? The last great, but not the last Lennox Lewis. They all came to America to search out Emmanuel, God bless his soul, may he rest in peace, Stewart. They came over here to learn from the best. So what you're saying right now is, yeah, they went back home. They came here and learned what it was they needed to be great. And then you're saying they went back home so they could dominate and make money. Yeah, okay. But the biggest paychecks were made over here. The biggest stardom was given over here. That's all I'm saying. I'm not taking nothing away from these guys. They all great fighters and good fighters, and I love watching them fight. But I can't not let I can't let you get away with saying America ain't the spot. America is the spot. I'm sorry, America is the spot. He says Saudi Arabia about to be running boxing, but how many champions are they producing? Well, this is a chance for them to start showcasing the fighters that they do have over there in Saudi Arabia. That young man that they got that's over there, I can't think of his name right now, but he's good. He's a good fighter. And this is what it takes. You bring in the eyes of the Giants and have the Giants looking over in your spot. Now you get a chance to showcase some of your talent. Now you get us acquainted with that guy or those guys. Then you send them over here if you really believe they got that in them. You send them over here and let the eyes of America really blossom and look up on them. Then you got yourself a star. Let him start kicking some ass, taking some names. Then you got yourself a star. That's all I'm saying. They're gonna say MZ was waiting all week to jump on Hyphy. It's like a cobra and a mongoose talking boxing. The Hyphy called me out, man. We supposed to be getting it. All of a sudden he turned left on me real quick. He pulled a Cameron on Jim Jones. That's what Hyphy did to me today. I'm Jim Jones and he Cameron. He just trying to act like I just wasn't part of it. We know damn well Jim. First of all, I'm sorry to change subjects. They dogged my boy Jim Jones and really dogged him out. And Mace talking about, I taught you how to rap. And all this kid, yeah, you did teach me how to rap. And then a motherfucker turned around and wrote a platinum song. And y'all trying to act like he wasn't part of y'all clique. Stop it. He said they just need to get Jesse Bam Rodriguez on Computerall and teach him how to stack his raps and then set up a match versus anyway, 50-50 fight. Ooh, how are they in the same weight class? I thought it's Jet Hyphy. Is Jesse that small? Jesse 120 something, right?
Nah, he just throwing out like a fantasy matchup for whatever reason.
Okay, shit. That'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. We put a little weight on in a way and move him up a little bit, I ain't ashamed to say for that if that's what he want to do. Because let me be quick to say, I'm not one of those guys who just want to say, oh, this should be a good fight and try to push a fighter into that side. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. Oh, my bad. He say, sorry, G. Usyk won the cruiserweight and heavyweight belts outside of the U.S. He only fought in the U.S. twice. Back when HBO was still showing boxing, Usyk made his name overseas. Okay, I give you that. His two fights against Fury was over there. But Usyk is carried by who? Who carries Usyk?
The Turkey Allah Sheik. That's all that matters.
No, You know what I'm trying to say. Who was this promotional company?
It don't matter.
When he became cruiserweight, champion, who was he fighting under? Who?
Well, he was fighting in that tournament.
But who is this promoter?
Yeah, he had a small time promoter, even to this moment right now.
Okay, so y'all trying to say Usyk's the exception?
Say it again.
So what we saying? Usyk is the exception? Because if I'm wrong on that,
hell yeah, he accepted. He made y'all accept.
If I'm wrong on that, said the Cleats Clothes and many others came here for the coaches, Emmanuel Stewart, Fury, Sugar, etc. Foreigners know nothing about the shoulder roll of Philly Shield. Okay, D. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. And we hardcore boxing fans. At least I would think you are. We know Usyk's name. You go to the regular people who just watch it, Tank, Floyd, Terrence, Earl, maybe Fury, AJ, And I'm naming names that's at the top of the list. Usyk name ain't gonna be called like that. But I like Usyk. Usyk fight motherfucker. That's my guy. I picked him to beat Fury twice. So don't think I ain't no I don't ride with Usyk. America ain't the be all end all in boxing, LOL. We never say it's the end all be all in boxing. What I am saying is, which I think you guys are misunderstanding. What I'm saying is, if you want to get your name cracking, this is where it takes place. No place else is making superstars. You want to be a movie superstar, you come to America. You want to be a musical superstar, a mega musical music star, you come to America. Anything that you want to be mega in, you come here to achieve that. That's all I'm saying. And by everybody coming here to achieve that, it gives us a bigger talent pool to choose from. The Beatles were massive in Europe, but when they came to America, they became worldwide global sensations. Come on, let's keep it real. When it comes down to it, this is the place to get yourself established. You might be popping in Germany, Japan, China, England, Australia, wherever you pick, you might be popping there. But once you get here, America shoots you globally. I'm sorry, it just does. Name a time that it didn't.
That's not what Naoya experienced when he came over here. That didn't shoot him up. What shot him up was fighting overseas.
No, it didn't shoot. Wait, you only now check this out, Hyphy. Be real. You a boxing fan. D at PYP boxing is a boxing fan. I'm pretty sure hardcore boxing fan. How many casuals, because it's the casual fans that they eyes that they trying to get pulled over to look at. How many of those casual people know Inoue?
We gotta ask them all over the world, because unlike your fighters, Naoya is an international superstar.
If you just start popping off and start talking to regular Joe Schmoes who watching little sports but not really on it, ain't gonna be a bunch of people calling out Inoue's name. Just like it ain't gonna be a lot of people calling out Usyk's name. I'm not saying these guys ain't great. What I'm saying is different stages that you stand on is what gives you that certain popularity, that certain stardom, that certain push. That American wind behind your sail, that's what it is. That's just what it is. Super groups in certain countries come over here and turn, if they really what they say they are, they come from over there being super groups to coming over here being mega groups. That's why I used the Beatles, because I knew the Beatles was a smash freaking hit over there across the pond. And when they came over here, they turned into a world global sensation. Once they came over here, their touch was everywhere. There was nowhere that didn't hear about them.
Go ask the casuals in Japan and let's see what they say. They all gonna know.
They gonna know all about it in a way, because over there, we know how rules, we know how things run over here. If you ain't really popping over here, people say, you just a flash in the pan. Over there, and you get these people get behind you, they say, Inoue this, Inoue that, Inoue this. He's like a national treasure over there. Ain't no casuals everybody over there know Inoue, I'm sure. That motherfucker like a national treasure.
Yeah. My fighter Naoya, he better than Gervonta Davis. He got the better resume. He got the better record. He gonna go down as an all-time great before Gervonta.
Hold on, because I see somebody think he say real guys know what's up with Inoue. He. Really? He? Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, Teddy Atlas, they don't call him the monster for nothing. Right. Mike Tyson don't call Benavidez the monster for nothing either. So what? You name some big names that call him that, but that's his nickname. Monster Inoue. That's his nickname. Those same people that's calling him that by what they wanted, well, not Roy Jones, not Mike Tyson, but when Marvelous Marvin Hagler wanted them to call him Marvelous, they refused to. That's why he ended up leaving here, changing his citizenship somewhere else and changing his name legally, so you have to put the Marvelous in front. I ain't saying America is just great on everything. I'm just saying when it comes down to certain things to get blew up, that's just how it goes. America holds the keys to a lot of things, especially with entertainment and shit like that. America is forefront. Y'all look to America. We look to America to see what's happening. Best tennis players, best boxers. Yeah, you might hear about them over there. Wembley holds the spot for the tennis players and stuff to go. And Billie Jean King and all them ran over there to kick ass when it was time to, because that's where it was built up in. But when it come down, basketball, boxing, stuff like that, things that's moving fast and always regular movie stars, music, that's popping over here, man. That's popping over here. I really haven't heard an argument to take it away, because y'all thinking that I'm trying to take away from the fighter, which I'm not. I'm just saying when that fighter wants to get his name out there to more of the masses, this is where it takes place. We can go on for days. We can go on for days. American blacks are the most athletic and overwhelmingly dominant anything physical. I'm not creating this. Look it up. Sport for sport. That's from Napoleon Armstrong. Boxing is a global sport. Is all I'm saying. Anyway, sells more and makes more in Japan. He don't need. Wait, that he jumped. He don't need the U.S. Right? Okay, him not needing the U.S. is the same thing that Tank saying about he don't need Turkey. But there was an argument about why he don't want to go over there and deal with Turkey. Wouldn't that be the same scenario in a way? I don't need to go over there because I'm getting it right here in Japan. Is that the same thing? Not everybody needs the U.S. if they come from a country that has the boxing market. Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe I'm casting too broad of a net. What I'm saying, usually, let me put usually in there. Usually, when you want to become that mega star, this is how you do it. That's why Lennox Lewis and them came over here. That's why Dr. Steelhammer and his brother came over here. Sometimes you just have to make certain moves. I'm not trying to diminish in a way, in no way, shape, form, or fashion. The man is a great talent. I'm just saying when it comes down to pushing that envelope and pushing your name over that wall, America is what you get behind you. But like you said, which is a perfect thing, if he's making the money over there, he don't need America. If he already making what he needs to make him satisfied and happy, great. That conversation is that. But that's the same jacket that we should put on Tank. Tank don't have to fuck with Turkey if he don't want to. If that man say he's making the money that Turkey is giving them, why he gotta go? That's really how we got on this conversation. Oh, okay. DFPYP says U.S. is still top 5 for sure, though. I appreciate that. You need to keep a more open mind, my guy. You're missing out on a lot that's out there. No. If you think about an open-minded person, I am quite open-minded when it comes down to looking at things. I don't take away from other places or in other things like that. What I'm telling you is pretty much how things got built up and how they are. I'm not diminishing anybody else or anything like that. Don't think I'm just stuck here in America. I do move around. I do travel. I've seen things. I'm just saying when it comes down to it, that's why the freaking economy and stuff like it is set up the way it is.
Yeah, that's why I tell them. Nigga, stop disrespecting my fighter.
Who said that?
Nigga, us in the chat telling you that. Stop disrespecting our fighters.
Who I disrespect? I haven't disrespected nobody. Actually, I just said put people on pedestals in situations saying, hey, you want to blow up, this is what you do. Apparently, in a way, is happy with how he's blown up and what he's got. I'm just saying that you want to push the boundaries for more, America is where you do it, because you have more tools and more things at your disposal to do it. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I ain't saying that he ain't better than somebody or he worse than somebody. Y'all haven't heard me say that not one time about the man. I haven't compared him against any fighter and say he'll lose or say he'll win. I haven't done any of that. Only thing I've done was say, hey, this is how these people, when it comes down to it, to get their name worldwide and really popping, this is where you come to do it. And also, I just all of a sudden started getting a whole bunch of flack. Anyway, wasn't popping till Donaire, and that didn't matter. Where he fought is who he fought after Donaire has He fought outside of Japan. Hyphy, since you advocated for him. After he fought Nonito, did he fight anybody else outside of Japan? Oh, his microphone went off on me. He said in the U.S., if we're said, yeah, how come in baseball the U.S. always seeking for that next great player in Japan? And I know you heard the okay. First of all, that's a great thing. But you just said, I'm glad you put that right there. If the U.S. is where it said, how come baseball, which is an American sport made here, that everybody else is copying to play. Now, if you're good, you're a talent, they're gonna go out there and they're gonna sort you out. They do that same thing in basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, whatever. They go and look for the best talented person at that position that they can find. That's why they go over there. I ain't ashamed to say that. If I'm sitting here and I'm looking for something, they say, hey, it's the cat over there in Cameroon or wherever. You pick a place. If he that cold and we go look at him and we feel like he cold enough to fit what we trying to do and we can work him up even better, yeah, we're going to go get it. That's what America does. Did you not hear me say that earlier? When it comes down to getting this and getting that, America go get it. That's what they do. They've been bullying up people and countries and taking the best that they got to bring it to make it their own. That's what they do. America is built on the best from everybody else. That's why they say it's the best place to be to come up. That's all. Why are we debating this? How old is this Olympics? What country has dominated history? Shit like swimming and ice sports is the only reason some countries ever score. Damn. He stays swimming and ice sports. That man say the only time other sport countries get some love is in the Winter Olympics or when they get wet. That's hard. Dominican Republic, don't leave them out. See, the beauty about it is this whole conversation of Napoleon Armstrong, we haven't put colors on nobody or anything like that. We just let it all be about just getting your shine on. And where's the best place to get your shine on? That's what made this debate be so popular and so cool, because we didn't have to put what color they was or what color anybody was. This is one of the best conversations I could say we've had on this show as far as debating the talents of somebody and not really looking at their color. Yeah, we said somebody come from Japan or something like that. But for the most part, we just enjoying ourselves and having fun. Somebody do something about this clown to talk about Obama. Please hit him with a wrench, because I know he ain't coming in here to be serious. We had we had a great, this is a great discussion for me. You know what I'm saying? To be able to roll it like this, it ain't about the race, it ain't about the color, it's just about the best place to get your shit popping off it.
Yeah, hey, and Napoleon, he talking about he was scared to fight Gervonta at 130. Nigga was never no type of offer discussions being even talked about. But if you want to lie at Napoleon, he talking about Gervonta. He talking about Naoya was scared to move up and fight Gervonta at 130. It was never no type of discussions and negotiations even going on about such a thing.
Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Is my sister in here, Almond Brown? She must be just listening. Sis, I sure appreciate you going ahead and putting that in check for me. Salute to Almond Brown and Dimps Design. That's our sisters. She holding it down in the background. She got his ass right up out of here. I appreciate that, sis. Nice, healthy debate, fellas. D at PYP Boxing. We appreciate that. That would be a great fight. What, tanking anyway? That's who you talking about, right, Hyphy?
That's who Napoleon was talking about.
Yeah, but anyway, move up, let it get itself acclimated. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Something I noticed about Tank respects in a way. Tank said, in Tank's opinion, Inoue is one of those guys. He's like that. So I think that would be a heck of a good fight. Inoue strong, he fast, he seems to be he's a smart fighter. He does his thing. But I will still stand by his name is big in Japan. I will not doubt that. But you get the casual people to spend their money. The casual people, and most of the casual people, they domain is in America. Who spend their money the fastest? Americans. Who overdoses on everything they feel that they can? Americans. It ain't nothing different. It just depends on what the product is and who pushing it. Give him a bit more time and they might be facing each other. But Tank is in his 30s now. Tank ain't gonna be standing around too much longer. How old is he anyway?
Yeah, they're around the same age.
Oh, really? If they're around the same age, let's be real with ourselves. The chances of us seeing that fight is like real slim next to none. I hate to be the one to put water on the fire. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, the chances of us getting that fight is slim next to none. Tank is smart enough to know not to put himself in a situation of losing weight where it's gonna hurt him. The most that we're gonna have to hope for is Inoue have a growth spurt. And if they that age, if they that old now, growth spurt ain't gonna happen. He might have gained some weight, but do you really want to pack on that much weight just to move up to fight one person, or do you have your eyes set on the division and take over?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, the only person that needs to move up in weight is Gervonta. He needs to move up in weight and go fight some fights. Since, they want Naoya to move up in weight, tell him to go move up in weight. Tell him to go move up and fight like a Jaron Ennis. Hell, fight Crawford at 47 since you think you so bad.
Who, Tank?
Yeah.
We spoke about Tank going to 47 before. I honestly think the largest that you will be able to see Tank fight at is 140. I don't think he has the dimensions to fight any higher than that with what's going on at the age that he's in. You want him to pick up that much weight and all that. That's why I say I'm never one of those people that try to push fighters to a certain weight class, because I'm like, every fighter should move when they're comfortable, when they're ready, when it's time, when they feel like it's time for them to. That's not for anybody on the outside to do. That's strictly for that fighter himself. So yeah, it sounds good and exciting for us to try to pit certain fighters against each other, but really feasibly thinking about it, unless that fighter is the one willing to make that jump from 154 to 168, Terence Crawford, people like that. You can't expect every fighter to want to do that. I'm not asking Inoue to move up to fight anybody. Beat the hell out of the people that's in your weight classes. If you can move up a little bit and they got names that you can whoop their asses too, go for it. That's what I'm saying. But when you got a chance that you could bring two talents together and they willing to do it, and it won't hurt either one of them, but they can still kind of meet in the middle and the playing field is even, then do that. That's all I'm saying. So no, I wouldn't want to see Tank fight at 147. Do I believe that there's a fight that could be made between him and T-Bud? No, I really don't. I think that's all just a bunch of talking and capping. Perfect example. When we was talking about Tank teasing and trolling Earl, you know what I'm saying? He's doing the same thing with Bud. And it actually gets up under their skin and it upsets them. That's why Bud, when Bud say, "Oh, tell him to come to 147 because I got a glass chin, tell him to come touch it then." Now people turn right around and say, "Oh, you will fight Tank at 147, but you won't fight Boots." See how that play out? It's you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You just got to be where you need to be and do what you need to do and where you at. That's all.
Yeah, I forgot. You right. I shouldn't ask Tank to move up to 147 because, I forgot that it's too much heat up there because, he got some unfinished business with Brian Norman Jr. Because, Brian Norman Sr., he had already put it out that they was whipping Gervonta ass so bad, they kicked him out the gym. they made the people cut the cameras off and all that. So yeah, you're right. He don't need to go up to 4 and 47 because Brian Norman Jr. is there.
Oh wow. Let me just boil that over real quick. A dude that weighs 147 pounds is bragging about whooping on a dude that's 135. Wow, that's y'all did something. Y'all really did something. Y'all moved the needle. Congratulations. That ain't nothing to brag about. That's nothing to brag about, just like it ain't nothing to brag about for the people to be saying, Tank be hurting middleweights and stuff like that. We know he ain't fighting at a middleweight. Why would you tell him he beating up on the middleweight? Why are you embarrassing that middleweight like that? Let me jump in and see what I'm missing right here. He said, catch weight. If you want Tank, anyway, that's like Tank moving up to fight Boots. Okay, I see that. DS now 3, it wasn't Tank at 30. I thought Tank said he was going to retire. Or is that just a tactic to bring in more money? Could be a tactic to bring in more money. Let's be real. Devin retired, Ryan retired, Shakur retired, Tank retired. They all came back and fought again. So was it were all of their tactics about money? You know, I have noticed that Tank boxing at certain points in certain weight classes is just a copycat type thing. It seems like one dude do something, the other dude do something. But all those cats that I named at some point said they was retired. They all came out and said they was retired, but they all still fight. Well, you know, so I flipped that question and asked, was it just a tactic to bring in more money? In 2020, anyway, was still 118, still 3 divisions up. Damn, I really didn't realize he was that small. Anyway, said no. As soon as Tank put it out there. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fight. I don't think they're gonna fight. I think one, the age is gonna play a part, and the weight class is gonna play a part. Unless somebody just decides to say, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna just jump up these weight classes and we're gonna do what we do. Then you'll be able to label it as he's chasing greatness. He's chasing greatness. That's what Crawford's trying to do, and everybody laughing at him saying, oh, he shouldn't move up that many weight classes. Weight classes is made for a reason. Why is weight classes made for a reason for some fighters, and it's not made for a reason for other fighters? Canelo he started at 154. He got a chance to go up to 175 and fight Kovalev. When he beat Kovalev, he was chasing greatness, and he did great. When he tried it the second time to fight Bivol, and Bivol boxed him up, the first thing people tried to say, oh, it was too much of a weight difference. Are you freaking serious? The man went up there and knocked out Kovalev, but then he lose to Bivol, and it was a weight difference. Stop it. If we're going to be a certain way, it should be even how you look at every fighter across the board. Don't give one fighter a certain way and the other fighter not. He said, nobody's saying, oh, you talking about the old school fighters and stuff like that? No, they're gonna kind of gloss over that because those are some pretty true things right now, man. You did put it out there. Like I said, I would Tank versus Roach. Cherry pick. You say it's an equal of a cherry pick. I would have to dig into that one a little bit just to see. Do you think it's a cherry pick, Hypey?
Look, I put it like this. It really don't got nothing to do with like just necessarily just trying to find an easy opponent. It was just a situation where Lamont was willing to take that fight for, you know what I'm saying? He didn't give him no hardball when it came down to like the money and the negotiations and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? He gave him a good price and he made them negotiations easy because he just wanted that fight. So that's what that fight really came down to when it came to making that fight. Now, you know, I understand everybody else saying like, you know, it's not really a fight they want to see. I mean, I understand that also.
I excuse me. I understand that as well. It's not a fight that a lot of people are so readily to see. But let's be honest. When you listen to Shakur and Tank talk about it, when you listen to Devin Haney, first of all, let's just put Devin out there. He didn't fight. He can't fight Devin. Devin too big for 140. Right? So Devin definitely ain't gonna make 135. And what does Devin have to pull Tank up to 140? Does Devin have the money, the pulling power, the fans behind him? Does he have any kind of machine to help leverage where he could get Tank to move closer to 140 or actually at 140. And even then, Devin would probably have to ask for some kind of deal at that because making 140 ain't that quite that easy. He already fought Ryan. He gave us Rolly just as whatever because Rolly talked himself into it. When it comes down to him and Shakur, it's always something. Either Shakur saying something or Tank saying something. So who do you believe? It's more of who do you believe out of the situation. You know, some people are gonna believe what Shakur says, so that makes Tank be a cherry picker going through. Like Tony Carr, a racer says, Tank is always cherry picked through his whole career. How is that possible when he first got in his career and he was a youngster? Other people was making his fights for him. I know they like to say that his fight against the sniper was so long ago, but let's just pit that. You're talking about a dude that everybody was high up on, and Tank as a youngster went out there and actually boxed. So that takes away saying that Tank can't box. But as far as cherry picking, how do you make Shakur get in the ring with you? Do you say that Shakur is the A side over Tank? Does Shakur pull in more asses to the seats than Tank? Shakur last fight, he looked bad. I'm trying to figure out, you know, if you say that he's cherry picking, then who do you throw in front of him that you actually believe when they say, oh, it wasn't a good fight or he didn't sit or something? Who do you believe is the fight? I'll take my hat off to Lamont Roach. I think it's going to be a good fight. People seem to forget they both started around the same time. They both came into the pros around the same time. They was fighting each other in their amateurs at the same time. But we give Tank a hard time to say he a cherry picker. But we ain't giving Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davidson there no problem when they're not even real brothers and they talk about they won't fight each other. Come on, what are we doing? I'm just asking, what are we doing when it comes to that? If we're gonna make Tank a cherry picker, what about all those other people that I just named?
Here's the thing, MZ. Look, we all know it's pretty much, for the most part, is one guy at 135. People want to see Gervonta in with the most. It'll be Shakur. After Shakur, it'll most likely be like Lomachenko or Andy Cruz. Now, we just talking about, what the fans will want. Now, Frank Martin is looked upon as like a step under, Shakur and Lomachenko. But Lamont Roach, because he coming from 130, he's looked at as a step below even Frank Martin. So that's what the people is complaining about. If this supposed to be like, the best dude in the face of boxing, why he find a guy that's 2 steps below the potential guys that's out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fans, they just not really gonna go for that like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, and that's why I always say if a certain energy is gonna be brought forth, you gotta keep that same energy for everybody. Okay, so it's saying Frank Martin was a step down below Shakur and what's his name? But what was Shakur and the rest of those guys doing when the offers was being made to Frank? What we can't say. I don't know if he gave him a chance or not. What I am going to say is, face of boxing. We're going to throw that out there and say people ain't going to go for that. But ain't that the same thing we've been saying about Canelo? And for consensus, for most parts, most people felt like or say Canelo is the face of boxing. He fights who he wants to fight, when he wants to fight. I feel like he done cherry picked a lot of people. But let the fans put it, the casuals and some of the so-called boxing deep hard heads, Canelo the man. Canelo gave y'all John Ryder. Canelo gave y'all his sparring partner to fight for a belt. Canelo picked people after losses. He made Kovalev fight a quick turnaround fight after he went hammer and shield with Anthony Yarde. Then you all of a sudden, you win the Canelo sweepstakes right after you had a grueling fight with no turnaround rest. What are we doing? If Canelo can do that, not be a cherry picker and not be soft and not be looked at all like this here, why can't these other fighters do it when it's their turn? Now, mind you, we talking 135. It ain't a whole, the pickets that got slim. Once Devin and Ryan start growing, They outgrew the weight class so fast. Heck, Ryan outgrew 140 before he even moved to 140. You know what I'm saying? It's not Tank's fault that he a little dude. He could get fat, but he a little dude. There's only so much he can move up to. Just like before, so many people was dogging Shakur because he had a bad showing in his last fight. Said he was running for what? De Los Santos? Oh, he was running. They didn't give him no credit for that. But now all of a sudden, Tank fights Lamont Roach. Oh, he cherry-picked him because he didn't fight Shakur Stevenson. But before that, Shakur Stevenson was pretty much trash on a lot of people's tongue because he had a bad showing. I just wanted to be equal across the board. All the greats dominated as they went up in weight. Why can't he? Especially calling yourself monster. Go slay a monster then. Tank did. Okay. Now we're gonna put Pacquiao out there, and this is not dissing him or nothing like that, but I'm just giving memory of what went through. Pacquiao, yes, he did start, but we also know that Pacquiao and Freddie Roach also said this. They had a problem with taking with needles and stuff, which I found to be quite strange because I'm like, you got a problem with taking needles, but you got a tattoo. Now, I guess giving blood and getting a tattoo is a lot different, but it's still a needle to get drug tested. Pac moved up. He had his losses. He had his wins. I'm just throwing that out there. If Monster, I just don't want to force nobody to move up. Let them move up as they see fit. Marvin Hagler never moved from his middleweight status. People tried to complain about it, but he was just whooping ass. He didn't give it. The more they talk crap, the more ass he would whoop. Sometimes you just got to accept the fact that some of these guys just grow fast. They build different. And some of the fights, if they wait too long trying to marinate them, we end up missing. I think that's what happened with Devin and Tank. And now Devin got other words with Ryan. How does he come back? Who does he come back with? Somebody asked, is Devin even still 140 pounder? We don't even know where he's coming back as. Is he coming back at 147 or 140? Too many question marks.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Gervonta because, what I'm saying? At the end of the day, shit, it's not like he could move up and weight, you know what I'm saying? So he just got to, do whatever he got to do. He can't move up to 140 because then, he'll be stuck having to fight my fighter. So, he got to do what he got to do at 135.
Right. Okay. Canelo. He said Canelo put in the work, though. He almost cleaned out of the division. Yes, he avoided Benavidez. Let's think. How many times did Canelo actually have a chance to be undisputed? 3? Am I right or wrong here? He had a chance to be undisputed at 154. It was fighters there that he did not fight. Charlo, what's the other guy name that just lost to Benavidez?
Andre.
2 of the Charlo boys was at 154. Andre was at 154. Canelo left 154. Went to 160. Smoke was a little different there. Then boys moved up to 160. He moved again. He went to 168. So I'm just trying to touch here. Which division did he almost clean out? And what work did he put in? Because Canelo blew up because of Floyd Mayweather. Not because of losing to Floyd Mayweather, because he fought on a lot of Floyd undercards. That's how he was blowing up. So I won't just put that on him like, oh, he lost and that's what blew him up. No, he fought on a lot of Floyd's undercards. When he did fight Floyd, they tried to say, oh, he was too green. This dude was kicking ass and taking names prior to him fighting Floyd. Let's keep it real. So I didn't see him really go and be that dude. In the face of boxing, I didn't see him take that mantle and stick it on his shoulders and just fight guys coming off wins and fights that people actually thought he would lose. When's the last time Canelo stepped in the ring with somebody that you thought was a 50-50 fight? I can't say that the only time that I saw Canelo fight that I actually said, you know what, I think this dude gonna beat Canelo was Floyd and Bivol. Those are the only two fighters that I saw him fight that I actually felt like these are good fights for him. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what fighter won you thought was a 50-50 fight that you thought that Canelo picked. Name one fighter that he picked that you agreed with, that you were like, yes, this is a good fight. Rocky Fielding? Tony Carrasa said, I never liked Canelo. Canelo fights one competitive fight to every 5 or 7 cherry picks. Andrew Yildirim, when you clear out a division, you go up in weight class. Tank still wants to stick around and collect his paycheck. Hell, he said he wanted to fight Ryan again. Why? Because a lot of people felt like, oh, Ryan was drained. Ryan, he put a weight clause on Ryan. Remember, people were saying it. People was giving it. You usually give a rematch to somebody when they try to put a flaw over the victory. That's what Floyd did. Because Floyd didn't just readily give rematches, but because people said, "Oh, Maidana fought a close fight," Floyd gave him a rematch. Who else was it that he gave a rematch to? Can't remember the guy's name, but you know, he didn't readily give him. But when people tried to make us think about it, yeah, he gave a rematch. Once again, you want to see Tank go up in weight. You want to see him put on weight. It's slowing down or whatever. It hamper him in a certain way. Go get his ass whooped. Then you'll say, what? Oh, see, he wasn't all that anyway. No, I still say you blessed to be a certain weight. You blessed to be a certain size. If you know when you, because he said when he fought at 140, he didn't like the way he felt at 140. So him being disciplined and making 135 and being able to make 135, you can't be mad at that. You just got to accept that that's pretty much he found the sweet spot for him to fight in, and that's where he fights at. You know, that's just where he fights at. You got to give it to him like that. You can't take it away from him. Doug Lower rematch to this day. Lower probably beat Canelo right now. That you get what I'm saying? At one point during tonight, have I really shot any slugs at anybody to take away from their talents or anything? I really just went off of everything that they've done, that we've seen them do, and how things are going. You would never hear me get on a fighter and say, "Oh, you should go up and wait and fight this dude," because one, when you go up, you gotta at least have a fight to get acclimated to make sure you're ready for that weight class. When Tank fought Mario Barrios and he won, he told me, he said, I don't like this weight class. It don't feel good. He said, I don't feel good at 140. So he telling us he don't feel good at 140. So we should just let that go out our ear and say you should go fight at a bigger weight class anyway, just because we want you to. We can't, as fans, we can't do that. We will want certain fights, but let's keep it real. Let's really put in our mind how simple and easy it would be to make those fights. If it's a simple move up a couple of pounds, yeah. You know, I thought when Canelo finally decided to fight Charlo and he picked the baby brother, I thought the baby brother would move up in weight by maybe 1 pound or 2, just over the weight limit of where he was, so he could still be flowing and move. But as the fight kicked off and we started seeing, he wasn't out there to win, to beat Canelo. He was out there to survive. He was out there not get knocked out. And I believe if things hadn't got derailed where he didn't get the chance to fight, because of all the other stuff that started happening and messed up, it kind of took his career off his right trajectory, he would have been a big problem coming right back down at 154, because he would have been looking at those dudes talking about, I just fought Canelo. He couldn't knock me out. You hoes ain't ready. That's what I believe he was planning on doing. Napoleon said Canelo hasn't fought an undefeated brother since the Prototype. If Bud fight happens, that would be the first. Woo! And even then, it has remnants to remind him of Floyd, because he got those long ass arms like Floyd. He has a good understanding and good ring generalship. That is Crawford. To beat Canelo, you don't have to do a whole bunch of movement. You just have to be precise and on point with what it is that you do to Canelo. You got to tighten him up and then get out of range. Let his ass miss. Let him have to plot to come get you, reset and hit. Yeah, you're gonna land some licks. Just be prepared for that. But don't go out there and just lay down. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people that believe that Crawford has the skills and the mindset to beat Canelo. I don't think he'll just go in there and lay it down. But it's a fight that you would have to say. You say, if you say Floyd lost 4 rounds in the fight, he'd give you a rematch. If you say it wasn't close, if it was a close fight with Canelo, he say he begged to differ and move on. You got to get a draw for him to rematch you. Who had the only person he rematched was Triple G, right? And then they tried to cheat Floyd and give a split decision for a masterclass boxing match that night from one judge. But on the video they say that judge ain't never worked in boxing again because they card was so egregious, just straight trash. But we had a good thing to go on with about America being the spot to get blown up on. I hope I ain't rubbed nobody feathers the wrong way. Hopefully, the new people that came through, y'all like what y'all got. Y'all come back and kick it with us again. I'm still looking for Clarissa Shields to do her thing this coming up fight. Y'all might think I'm tripping, but I'm riding with David Morrell over Benavidez. Just letting y'all know I'm riding with David over David. That's where I'm starting. I'm riding with David over David, man. So you ride with who you ride with. Schofield and Shakur. That's gonna be a nice tighten up. Floyd Schofield coming to prove something. Shakur has a lot to prove. He has to correct the ship. He has to get back in the good graces of fans' memories of him going out there and handling his business and doing a great job. I want to say thanks to M. Banks Unfiltered for coming through and posing the questions that he did and joining into the conversation. D at PYP Boxing for coming through and joining into the conversation. And Tony Car Racer as well for coming through. All the rest of the family, it ain't nothing but love for y'all, man. But we pushing up at 11 o'clock. I wanted to have a good conversation, which I did. It felt great. We got to have one that wasn't built on color. We just went on the skills, the fighters, and that was that. Let me know who y'all liking coming up in these fights, man. Who y'all got with Clarissa and Danielle? Who y'all got with Schofield and Shakur? Who y'all got with Madrimal and Ortiz? Who y'all got with Bivol and Beterbiev? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to say evening to you. Hyphy, you got anything? Because if you got some more, I'm here, baby. I'm here. I still got some boxing in me to let it go, baby, because I feel like tonight's debate was all Z, baby.
I mean, that's it's all good when you hold the mute button and all that, but I'm saying I got off on you anyways, you know what I'm saying? Hey, but now this cool because it's like we just be breezing through like all the boxing stuff, but at the same time, what I'm saying, it's always like just like new topics and stuff coming up. So yeah, I got hella more topics, but what I'm saying, it's up to you. Let's see how the chat looking.
First, yeah, what y'all said in the chat? Like, first of all,
we still got an audience or what?
Yeah, we still got people messing with it. I was tripping on Jim Jones and Cameron because Cameron talking about some people jumped on. This is changing the subject. Cameron talking about some people was after Jim Jones. They chased him all the way to the beach, and he was in the sand and he was getting wet by the ocean. But Cameron seemed to forget. There's a video of him jumping over a fence, running from some dudes while they were whooping on Jim. And this was years ago this was some years ago when he was still doing music.
Yeah, I know. And it's
what you think about the ESPN sports? What is it with what's her name? Joey Taylor and Stephen A. Skip Bailey. $1.5 million for some cootie cat, bro. You offered a lady $1.5 million for some cootie cat. I'm saying cootie cat because I don't want to offend nobody by saying nothing else. $1.5 million for the X's for the X-ray. Y'all know what an X-ray is. That's when the legs go up and the ass. She cross me, look like an X. She spread them out, she's like a Y. Y'all understand what I'm saying here? Ride with me now. Understand what I'm trying to push here. There is no way on God's green earth I would offer somebody that much money. My boy Eric all say that's cap. Well, it is a what you call it? It is a lawsuit with allegations going on right now that's speaking on Joey Taylor, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp name got mentioned, but they said he's not in trouble. He's not in trouble with it. So it's a few things going on behind that. It's just crazy that that's insane. That boy say for $1.5 million he could purchase 3 bunny ranches. What are you gonna do with 3 bunny ranches? That's insane. But what's another subject you got for me, Hyphy? To tell my son, bro, we gotta go get something to eat.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, don't let me hold you up. Y'all about to go get some food. But look, it's constantly being thrown around that Floyd Mayweather gonna come back and fight Mario Barrios in June.
What?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Are you serious? That's got to be straight rumor. I do not see Floyd. One, I can see him come and fight an exhibition against somebody, but Mario is an active fighter.
Yeah,
Floyd is closer to 50 now.
Yeah, but at the same time, they looking at Barrios like he food. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could like tell he definitely on the decline now. Even if, you know what I'm saying, he like at the age of 30, he just, wear and tear on him. So he on that time to decline. And Floyd definitely know how to point them type of fighters out. And he know what to do with them.
I would be honest. I would hope that's not the fact. Cause one, unless Mario go make a lot of money out of it, I'm sure he'll get that. He'll get a good grip. You know what I'm saying, out of it. But Floyd, there's nothing for Floyd to gain out of that. There's nothing for Floyd to gain out of that. Mario's name is not a massive name like that. So that's not a fight that I would enjoy seeing. I like Mario right where he is in the mix of what he's dealing with. Let him go ahead and carry his journey on 147. Don't pull him out. Don't pull him out to mess with Floyd. I think Floyd should stay sidelined.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. This dude, first his name was attached to a Pacquiao fight. Now it's attached to a Floyd fight. So I'm like, where it's smoke, it got to be some type of fire. So, that's one of the ones we just got to see what come about. But I'm like, one way or another, and it's always been looking like this. Pretty much, Mario, it's like his belt is on the bidding block. He just waiting for the highest bidder. I mean, first, he was approached by Eddie Hearn and them about Jerron. Then he got even approached by Eddie Hearn for Conor. But then, that opportunity he got on Netflix definitely did him some favors and made that price go up. So yeah, it just seemed like he auctioning off that belt and he just entertaining all the offers and even being attached to Floyd. That's good for him in his situation.
Man, well, I don't think it's. I wouldn't push for it, but what can I tell Floyd? He the money man of boxing. Even though he's been out the game for a minute now. Eric God say Skip is tripping. He could have hired the whole crew and staff for booty talk from volume 25 through 46 with 1.5.
Yeah, niggas don't know about that.
say Floyd, what the booty talk.
the values, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be on that with that one. He say Floyd and Pac should fight again. Ooh, that's two old dudes. Pac did not have a good showing in that first fight at all. You know, he couldn't hit Floyd. It was just too much of a difference. And I wouldn't want to see that one again. I actually don't want to see Floyd or Pac fight again. You know, I think they've run their course with me, and I think they're good where they at. I think they're good where they at.
Well, shit, MZ, I know you and your son, y'all want to go get some food. Y'all some late night runners. I see.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow in San Antonio next week. An inch of snow. That means the city gonna shut down.
Oh yeah. Y'all gotta enjoy that that last little meal.
These people don't know how to drive in the snow, man.
Well, yeah, niggas better. Yeah, I feel.
I be super nervous when my son and my daughters be driving, man. I just be super nervous because people can't drive.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I end up catching y'all like behind the scenes or something, and I know how to shut Eric R up. I just go pull my player out, and that nigga shut up real quick.
Who is your player? We talking about basketball?
Yeah, I just pull out Victor Wembanyama. That nigga shut up real quick.
Hey, Wemby doing his thing. Wemby is looking real good here in San Antonio. I'll give him that. I want to know, what's your thoughts about Deion Sanders being approached by the Cowboys?
Yeah, I mean, hey, this is like a real great run as far as just boosting your resume and you know what I'm saying, making your way to that top. Because if you went from coaching at damn Mississippi State to get an interview by the Cowboys, that's an impressive ass run to the top.
Well, we'll see how it go. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing him get a chance. I say he done proved he could do it in college. He done proved that. I wouldn't mind seeing him get a chance in the pros. And first of all, I want to see how they're gonna respect him in the pros, because you know they pros. They all getting paid. They get paid more than some of the coaches. So with that, how do you get a millionaire or somebody that's, you know, how do you I would love to see how he works his magic to get those guys to buy in to what he's talking about and then play the game like he wants them to play.
And truth be told, that could be the difference between him accepting that job and not, you know, him being a former player, so he know how it goes. So yeah, that could be a huge determining factor. But I'm like, shit, just to even have a conversation, that's pretty impressive. I give him that.
That boy Napoleon Armstrong said Canelo waited till Floyd damn near 50 and retired 8 years to want his get back. Yeah, he did kind of start. He just started talking about rematches until Floyd was a lot older, and then he was like, "Oh, I think I would beat Floyd now. Me and Floyd fight now. I would destroy Floyd." You should. You should have destroyed him the first time when you was talking about, "Oh, he's scared to face me, and if he don't fight me now, I'll never fight on another one of his undercards again." Like that was really gonna hurt Floyd. Went out there and got your ass touched throughout the whole fight. My boy Hyphy, Eric Gar said, "You can talk now, but wait till that copper flag come in the game." Cooper? Who the fuck is Cooper?
Yeah, that's one of them young rookies who gonna be doing it.
For what team?
He gonna be on the Rockets.
Oh, for real? The Rockets is building up?
Yeah. It's crazy because it's like right now in that Western Conference, it's like it's more talent over there, but it's like, so you know what I'm saying, it's like it was like 12 teams, like 11 teams that all had a chance to make the playoffs. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, they just fight to make the playoffs, but you got teams like the Phoenix Suns, that's Kevin Durant over there. They not in the playoffs. The Sacramento
Kevin is over there on
Phoenix Suns.
Charles Barkley last team.
Yeah, the Suns.
Was that his last team or his second? I think the Rockets was his last team, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, the
Rockets was his last team. The Suns are the team that he got a chance to battle the Bulls for a championship.
Yeah, after his time in Philadelphia.
Wow,
but yeah,
they just had 3 inches of snow in Atlanta.
Yep. I seen that too.
Wow, I haven't heard snow hit Atlanta in years. I know when I stayed there, it never snowed there.
Mm-hmm.
It got cold, but it didn't really snow. It didn't snow there. The world is changing when it comes to this weather, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, shit. We going through our little cold
that little franchise clenbuterol champ. They raised that's crazy. He get pop dirty, then they lower they raise the amount that you can have in your blood system. First of all, that's not a regular, that's not something your body produces. End of days type ish. Yeah, it is. The way stuff is going on, but all you can do is pray, hope your family and you can be able to hash through it and keep it pumping. You know what I'm saying? It was another question I wanted to ask you. So the debate with Michael Jordan and LeBron James, they was talking about LeBron has passed Mike and all this stuff and everything, right? You know what's gonna hurt LeBron in the argument of being the GOAT?
The X amount of more years that he played.
That's what's gonna cause the problem. That's what's gonna cause the problem. The first person that had a 20-year that I can remember that had a 20-year career is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he was the all-time leading scorer. LeBron been in the game so long. Yeah, he passed Mike up and everything, but damn, it took a long ass time to do it. All these extra games, and then missing games and stuff. I just gonna watch the guys that's playing right now. Wembanyama, the ball boy is doing quite well for himself. I wonder how good he'd do if he ends up on a team surrounded with a little more talent. You think he'll still be making the same kind of impact? You think he'll start being looked at as an all-star or something like that?
The ball, yeah. If you're talking about the ball, I think
ball.
Yeah. I think he could reach all-star level. Even still, he just got to sharpen up his craft some more. But I also think it'd be a situation where like as spectacular as he'd be looking, he ain't gonna look as spectacular just because now he'd be getting more attention on him. People would be studying him more and stuff. But he cold. Like his offense is cold. His defense ain't nothing, but his offense is cold. But yeah,
he got a crazy handle on the game as far as offense.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. I give it to him. He cold. Like even though he got some awkwardness to his game, or he don't got the perfect form and all that. It's just it's effective. So I give it to him. He cold.
Now, when you really look at it and you think about when you're assessing different players and stuff, nobody really has a perfect jumper. You see a few players that have a perfect jumper. All you really care about is what he's doing working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looks a little awkward, but is it working? And that's what really steps up. Now, if he's really going to be a true baller, your offense seems to come to you quite naturally. I would say tighten up on your defense, start tightening up on your defense, and that'll actually get you going in the right direction. Get you some all-stars up under your belt, some first NBAs up under your belt, things like that. Eric also ain't no debate. He got to play 35 seasons to try to catch Mike. Shit, his dumb ass still think he can go 6-0 in the playoffs.
Hey, what you're saying about the defense, that's so right though. And see, that's the thing that scared me about a player like him, because he at that small forward / shooting guard position, and it's a lot of talent there. So dude, if you get in a position where you're on a team and you just got a more critical role, way more eyes on you, if your defense don't step up, niggas will start getting over on you, and then it's gonna basically look like your player value is overrated because your defense gonna get exposed. So That's why I'm saying it's a question mark over him, whereas it's some other players that's doing it on both ends.
Well, the players that can do it on both ends are always going to be, your first. In my opinion, they would always be your first choice. Those guys. But you have some coaches that look at certain things. You have defensive specialists. They can't really score, but they can stop people. But then when you got them in the game, your offense is kind of hurt. There's one person that you can't go to score. That's the kind of thing that Baby Ball is going to be facing. Yeah, you can come out here and score, but at the same time, you can't stop us from scoring. So it's an even trade. We need somebody that can score and then cause problems for the other team by helping to mess up their scoring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's just like something that you got going on. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like last year, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they was like considered like one of the best defensive teams. They made like one huge change, and now their defense is pretty like bad. So yeah, it's like, bro, you make one change and your defense could really, really suffer.
That's all it takes. One mistake, one bad pick. Say, I got to give a product. I got to give some thumbs up to this product. You know those headphones they was always showing on TikTok that does the real time translation, where you wearing them. You can somebody talking Cantonese, you can understand what they talking. Somebody talking Spanish, you can understand what they talking. I got 2 pair. My daughter's got me a pair for Christmas called Time Kettle, and then I got another pair called Mini Soap. And I have to give it to the people that came up with this idea, with this AI translation in real time. They work pretty good. I've used them a couple of times just to see how they would how quick the conversation could be had. They work pretty good. But what they are helping me with at work, they're actually, I'm picking up the Spanish language a lot quicker than what I would if I was just going by regular study. Because I could use the headphones, I can actually say certain things to it, and it teaches me how to say those words. So I got to get that product, both of those products, a good ranking. If you looking for some headphones to do that, then those would be 2 good pairs: the Time Kettle and the Mini Soap.
Hey, I'm doing my research on which one I'm gonna get, because I'm about to get one of them soon myself. So shit, me and you, we about to be doing the same thing.
Yeah, because I found once I started using them, I found how easy it is, when the Spanish people come into the store, because we got a lot of Spanish people here in San Antonio. When they come into the store, I have seen how well I start being able to communicate with them. And they come in, they start saying something, I instantly know what the heck they're talking about, which I'm proud of myself for that. They got this new Skittles called freeze-dried candy. I don't know what the hell these people trying to do, man. They got freeze-dried candy, these freeze-dried fruit strips. I tried to freeze-dried Skittles, and to be honest with you, they're not too bad. I ain't gonna even lie to you. They're pretty damn good. Man. I must got the cheap ones. My headphones translate in subtitles and ebonics. Damn. That man saying in subtitles and ebonics. That's crazy. Eric always got the jokes.
Yeah, shit, MZ, I'm gonna get with you behind the scenes, and man, what I'm saying, same routine. We keep it going.
Same routine.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the conversation tonight. I appreciate you coming through, hanging out with me, as always.
Definitely. What I'm saying? Maybe next week we'll get Trey. We'll see what's going on. But shit, one of us will be here one way or another.
Yeah, I haven't talked to bro today or last couple of days. I hope you're doing all right. I'm gonna reach out to him and make sure he ain't sick or nothing, because a lot of people been getting sick these last few days. So make sure he's doing all right. And shoot, what else can I say? There go my sister Armin Brown. She showed up at the very bottom. She said, "Great live, bro. Blessings, chats and mob. mods. I appreciate you getting rid of that troublemaker that tried to come in here, sis. When I looked, I said, he about Armin Brown. I'm like, oh, she in the background checking us out. I hope I brought some happiness and smiles to people's faces. And everybody got to enjoy the conversation. I hope I brought you something that you probably didn't know about what was going on in the fights, and got you caught up to what's going to be taking place in the fights. Thanks, Eric, for saying fire show. Hello, I got to chat. I appreciate that, sis. I really do. With all that being said, I will say thank you all for coming. For those of you that's gonna catch the show on the replay, hit the mic, thumbs up if you don't mind. Leave a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. If there's a way for me to make this better, please let me know. I'm always willing to try to do something to make it better for you guys, because that's what it's about. Wembanyama, top 15 of all time. I hear you, Hyphy. And always, I want to say nothing but love for y'all. And I guess we'll go out on High Noon. We haven't had High Noon playing along. Now, you know what? We're going to go out with Hydro Blow, because I just like the way my boy Decane Part go. So with that, I'm out. Peace and love.
Shorty looking mad fly, had me captivated when she walked by. I'm serious, she had me feeling this tingle, son. Stimulated conversation after mingling. Honey was jingling and stretched jeans looking clean. Appearance would enhance any scene. I mean, feel me, really. I know it sounds silly, but looking at her was like puffing on a fat fillet. Relaxing, she had this natural attraction. She started laughing when she saw my reaction. Oh my, pass the name and number to the cell. Asked for mine, I said it's Otis, last name is Bell. Also known as the O, the B, the 3, the A, the S, the T. It's me, obese, and you get high. Then I'm your guy.
If I got the high, you got the control. You can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. You can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. You can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. You can make this track go.
Say what you want, just be blunt. I can stand the flames. Take a ride on the great airlines. I promise you be glad you came. The fire in your eyes make wetness between your thighs. You say you never blow, I eliminate your disguise. Underneath your green exterior, I gaze. Exploration of your brain leaves me in a purple haze. I see consent as my morals continue living. I just like to engage in a little oral tradition. So pardon my unorthodox approach to blazing luscious. That's just the way I roll. Lick the split before I stuff it. You like it hot, I got enough smoke to choke the average throat. But tonight I'm trying to go a little deeper. Loving the feel of your lips, taking drags off this gas, just puff and never pass. I'm your high value reaper.
I got the high, you got control. You make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. You make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. You can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. We can make this track go.
I'm chilling in my room on this night. I got something tied up in the shower. Am I right? A friend in the negligee smiling as she rolling up. Every once in a while looking up, saying, "Girl, hurry up." She placed her gaze back up on and took a deep sigh and said, "I'm so home. You want a drink?" I said, "Yeah." And while she walking to the table, she asking what I think. I like the way your lips poke, I like she pout. And that ass got my little man shouting. She kinda giggled, "Oh, you like what you see?" Before I can answer, I heard, "Hey, what about me?" I turn around, she got a pose with no clothes, with her leg up on the chair, with her ass exposed. She said, "Don't speak, just lay back on the bed." Said something about double E. Yeah, you heard what she said.
If I got the high, you got control. You can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. You can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control. You can make this track go. track load. And if I got the high, you got the control, we can make this track load.
Damn, that's a hit. Well, like I said, what's in hand? Tonight's show was brought to you by H.W. Wicks Handcrafted Candles, and their motto is relax and enjoy. We're also sponsored by the Block Fam. Come from Marlowe's Corner. Gotta always say thank you to them. And by the Track Titans, who provides us with our music. With that being said, I'm out. Peace and blessings.